runs.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Be loud and clear. Yeah. Don't be meek like the Indian team.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
there'll be price to pay.
Otherwise, you know what happens. Hello, welcome. The final rights have been written. That doesn't come as a surprise to any one of us after what we've witnessed. I'm not going to say in this particular test match, but what we've witnessed throughout this series, dare I say, what we've witnessed in the last 12 months. I have no hesitation in saying that this probably is the lowest point in Indian Test cricket, because losing at home and getting whitewashed at home used to be a rarity. Would happen once in 3 to 4 decades. How many times has it happened in the history of Indian cricket, whitewashed?
This is now only the second time. And I thought you're repeating.
How is it second time?
At home.
West Indies did.
Siddharth, weren't we looking at West Indies, Australia the other day?
That you lost 2 consecutive series at home in one single season for the very first time. A 3-match series, you got whitewashed 2-0. 3-match series 2-0, you get it? Peak West Indies 6-match series 3-0. But
Yeah.
New Zealand.
And that was a 3-match series, right?
Which one?
The West Indies series you're talking about.
No.
6-match series, 1983. Remember, after the World Cup, the revenge series.
He's been correcting me for...
Malcolm Marshall era.
Malcolm
he's
Marshall
been correcting
era.
me for saying that it is... That was...
New Zealand whitewashed you 3-0 for the very first time at home. In the first time in the history of Indian cricket, for 96 years of your existence as a test match nation, you have been whitewashed for the first time. But that we are seeing the same dialogue in November 2024.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has happened now twice in a row. Anyway, before we move forward, forgotten to introduce, we have a very special guest joining us today. He needs no introduction. Padamjeet Sherawat. He's a former first-class cricketer. He's played for Haryana. How many games did you get, Achan?
15.
15.
One injury took away my 7 cream years of my life, prime youth. So that was one of the reasons the numbers are few.
Doesn't matter.
But the talent was huge.
Indeed.
No, but welcome, Paddy. Unfortunately, I wish I could have welcomed you on a day where we were celebrating Indian cricket. That's not been the case. And you know, we've been harping on about how this is probably the lowest point in Indian Test cricket. We just heard no whitewash ever. First time it happens versus New Zealand, and now it's happened, unfortunately, under the same management, unfortunately, in a gap of 12 months.
Another piece of stat, Nikhil, which is in the last 9 games that we played at home, we've lost 5. 3 to New Zealand, 2 now to South Africa. The 4 games that we've won, 2 we've won against Bangladesh. 2 we've won against West Indies. Now, this is not the West Indies that we just spoke about in 1983.
No, you're being unfair. Yeah. Win is a win. Yeah. Win is a win.
No, it's
you're
not.
Taking the credit
Any team that wants to win a series against a side, you invite West Indies and you beat them at home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the same. This is the West Indies which doesn't feature Nicholas Pooran. They will not bring the top players. It is a depleted side anyways on paper. They are far more depleted when they arrive on the turf. So let's call it. I mean, you cannot have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. India got it horribly wrong.
Yep. But this is history, because now South Africa have become the first nation to whitewash India twice in their own home turf. 2000, you lost 2-0 in the Hansi Cronje era. 25 years later, Temba Bavuma has managed a 2-0 whitewash. The only nation to whitewash India twice on their own home turf.
Now, when the fast bowlers pick wickets, I will not be as surprised, because we've been very tentative against quality fast bowling. But when the spinners, I mean, they call the shots in our den. I mean, that is what is troublesome. Think about a time when Navjot Singh Sidhu, Sachin Tendulkar, VVS Lakshman against Shane Warne.
Yes.
Right? I mean, the art that is missing at the moment, how do you play spin better? You play spin better when you jump out of your crease. Now, none of these batsmen, none. Jadeja tried to step out, he got stumped at the end. You don't have the art to step out to spinners. Now, you don't step out to spinners because you want to hit it for a 4 or a boundary every time. No. You sometimes step out just to insert that doubt in his mind that I'm going to step out. Then you get balls to play from the back foot. You get to cut, you get to pull. So, I mean, that art of playing spin bowling, ironically, one of the best spin playing batters from our country is the coach of the Indian cricket team at the moment. Gautam Gambhir was a phenomenal player against spin, quality spin. If you can get nearly a double 100 against Muthaiya Muralidharan, you are class. Virendra Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir, VVS Lakshman. I mean, Shane Warne had no idea. Navjot Singh Sidhu would step out of his crease, straight over the side screen for 6. So we are missing that art. And that is what is hurting me more than the fact that if fast bowlers pick up wickets, we've always been tentative against moving ball, green tracks, everyone is. But if we can't play spin in our own den, at our own home, I think this is something to look at.
I mean, Paddy sir, you just spoke about those guys against spin.
Yeah.
For people who followed that era and for people who are living in this current era, please shed tears.
True.
Please shed tears, because where you've not even shown a spine to fight. You've allowed, no disrespect to all the bowlers who've troubled you here, no disrespect to a Simon Harmer, no disrespect to an Ejaz Patel, no disrespect to a Mitchell Santner or a Glenn Phillips. But if you look at Glenn Phillips and Mitchell Santner, they are white ball bowlers predominantly.
No, add Markram to that list, no? Why are we forgetting the first test match?
True. In history also, Michael Clarke has picked up 6 wickets once in Mumbai. But that was a turf where you could not score 100 runs. The other team also got out for under 100. Here, the opponents are piling on runs. Like when they were playing, it's as if they were playing on a Pata wicket. When we come into bat, certainly the ball is turning, gripping, jumping, asking questions. Nikhil, what is happening?
No, we discussed this yesterday. The mystery of how is it that when India bats, and Harshit came up with a very lame excuse. I asked him, give me a reason as to tell me how this mystery of when India batters are batting, the ball is gripping, turning, there's drift, everything. And when South Africa bat, all things disappear. So he came up with a very lame excuse saying, maybe it's a difference of skill. I said, come on, yaar, skill level. There has to be something more than...
the smile has the power to confuse an approaching frown. He's got that smile.
मैं रोऊं या हंसूं, करूं मैं क्या करूं. That is the thing at this point. But then
it's the biggest shame over here. And what does an ostrich do when it sees any danger? It puts its head in the ground, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, there is no danger. The danger team has already done whatever damage. But as an Indian cricket fan, you really feel like just planting your head in the ground, because look at this, not 2 sessions could you last. Last day, not 2 sessions, still had 8 wickets in hand. And that declaration of South Africa, remember we talked so much about it, whether this is coming too late, why this and that. Okay, yes, they wanted to make India grovel, etc. But where is that resistance from this Indian? And look at the confidence. Perhaps South Africa had greater confidence than this false sense of optimism that we had with the team, that maybe they'd be able to last. They thought, no, just a little over 3 sessions, enough to get this Indian team out. And maybe we're talking about technique, stepping out, using of the feet, trying to put that doubt in the mind of the bowler. All of that set aside, South Africa knew none of this was going to happen. The feet are going to stay planted. There is not going to be no technique. There's only going to be a few batters who will try to play that patient game. Otherwise, where do you see that patient? Third ball is what Nitish Kumar Reddy was facing, and he tries to reverse sweep.
Yeah.
Third ball.
And lapse of concentration.
Yeah, 2 things, One is timing. I mean, if you expect the tree to shed its leaves, please wait for autumn, right?
Yeah.
2, I mean, you can't hide an elephant behind a pole. Your strategy was awfully wrong. It's as simple as that. So, and then the very important thing that Harshit just spoke about, Tender Bavuma, if you talk in terms of skill, technique, he's nowhere when it comes down to Yashasvi Jaiswal, comes down to KL Rahul, comes down to Shubmal Gill, comes down to number 7 batter in Indian team. But it is not what you have, it is what you do with what you have. And he did remarkably well. He set the tone for his side. Yes. Consider in the first test, there was just one half-century scorer, and that was Tender Bavuma. Tender Bavuma, it was not that he was not getting beaten. You will get beaten. Once a question was asked of Steve Waugh. I mean, you get hit on the shoulder, you get hit on the chest, you play fast bowling as badly as others do. He says, no, I never get out. I may not look very clean, I don't look very tidy, but I don't get out. I take the blows. So take the blows.
See, first thing is that I think we were naive, and apologies to all our viewers who we may have given some sort of positive hope, because we kept referring to Napier yesterday. We kept talking about, will India do the Napier, there will be a VVS Lakshman, will there be a Gautam Gambhir. What's really transpired now is giving you a clear-cut indication that you're nowhere even close to that. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to blame these players as well for multiple reasons. One, I think you are a product of your times. These players are the product of their times. That means they are T20 cricket. Who am I going to blame? I'm going to blame the team management for selecting teams based on T20 cricket. So if you are going to give precedent to T20 cricket and pick teams from IPL, Sai Sudarshan came into the test team through IPL. Washington Sundar, dare I say, has come into the test team because of IPL. Nitish Kumar Reddy has come into the Indian test team because of IPL. None of them have first class record. I spoke to Paddy just now about his time in first class cricket and first class record, because those first class record matters. Why do you now tell a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma to play first class cricket? Because saying, I want one, for the rest of the players to have the exposure of playing against top players. Secondly, the amount of years you put into first class cricket then will translate. You've not done that. You pick players from this. Secondly, what you're doing to this, and I think this is the biggest damage that Indian team management has done to this team, is the confusion over pitches. What have you done? You have created minefields in the last 4 or 5 years. Your batters have had to bat on minefields. The day you have a true pitch like this, they have no idea what to do. Because they have gotten so accustomed to batting on minefields where if you bat 50 balls, you are amazing. You have done the job because you would have gotten 40 runs. Those 40 runs would have contributed to the 200 total that you had. That proved to be match winning totals because you were playing 2-day test matches. Now the same batters obviously cannot, now suddenly you give them true pitches to bat on for days, and now you have to play spin in the conventional manner, as you're saying, where you just have to hang around and wait for your opportunity to attack. That's gone. What you have learnt in the last 4 years, and these players have seen, and they've played in spinning tracks, is no, boss, one ball will have my name on it, so I have to keep attacking, get those runs. If I get 30-40 runs, like T20 cricket, again that T20 match, 30-40 runs were enough for you to have played a match defining knock in test cricket. I'm sorry, you're not playing in those days. So again, I go back to your thought process where you're taking your test cricket, and if you don't disconnect test cricket to the rest of the format, I think you're not seeing a brighter side. I don't see a brighter side.
Who are we to be talking about the bass bowlers or be telling them? We were all part of that bandwagon that corrected bass ball, right? That
yeah, we mocked it. We made fun of it.
You cannot be trying to change the script of Test cricket. It is played a certain way. It will be played a certain way. You may feel that this is some sense of novelty in terms of your thinking and your brand of cricket. But what have the bass bowlers of the world learned? And what were we telling about, or what was our take on that brand of cricket? The fact that you cannot. There are certain things which will be done by convention, and that is how Test cricket is played. What is the Indian team trying to do here? They may not be always wanting to attack, which they did in fact in the first innings, but that's not what makes them naysayers of conventional Test cricket. What makes them not purists, or what makes them adventurous, is the fact that they've assembled this team which has no looks of a Test match team. This is a white ball team playing in red ball. This is a white ball team playing in white kits.
No, I think I'll have a slightly different view on this. My point is, had there been no positive approach, say baseball approach from England, we would not see these many number of results coming into Test matches as we're watching at this point.
But that's not our lookout.
No,
that's not our lookout.
One thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is, now, my point is, do you just have one gear baseball and that's bad? You need to have a second gear to fall back upon. Plan A doesn't work. There are 26 more letters in the alphabet, right? So that is what my point is. I'm not anti playing aggressive cricket. The biggest boon and the biggest gift that T20 cricket has given to Test cricket is that we've had so many results coming in, right? Talk about IPL before 2007. Look at the results that would come in Test matches. Boring draws. Boring draws. You would not even enter innings number 3. Suddenly here comes T20. I would think I would never get to see a cover drive. I saw a cover drive. I would think spinners are dead, buried, done, history. No, that was not the case. Leg spinners are the biggest match winners, game changers these days. There is a certain way T20 cricket has benefited Test cricket. But at the end of the day, there's just first thing that T20 cricket may not have and Test cricket has to have is character. Test cricket tests character. That's the reason it's called Test cricket. It's as simple as that.
I mean, I take your point about it making Test cricket exciting and you have results, but I'm saying if you're a fan of a team, it's not my lookout whether results are happening or not. I'm not ICC. My job is not to...
Fans want results too, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying not at the cost of losing.
No,
I
that's
would
okay.
take a draw, no, today.
That's fine.
Would I not take a draw today?
I'm looking at a larger picture here.
Sure.
And I'm saying, please play your shots. Rishabh Pant today, what he did was, how was it different from the Rishabh Pant in the first innings? Rishabh Pant in the first innings played an atrocious shot for which if I were the selector, I would ban him for 5 games, right?
It has happened.
Today, the shot that he played, here comes the left arm spinner. You got mid on up, mid off up. He jumps down the track, hits him straight over side screen. When was the last time you saw Rishabh Pant hitting a 6 over side screen? That's a classy shot.
Sure.
That's a shot you should have. That sort of aggression. Now you should understand the difference between aggression and foolhardiness.
With Rishabh, I spoke yesterday. I think the one thing, and I'm also a big fan of Rishabh Pant in Test match cricket, he'll go down. He is, in fact, your best wicketkeeper batter in the history of Indian Test cricket. No denying that. But you know what has happened? Why he was successful at one time, I felt because his plan A used to be, he has great defense, which people don't realize. He's a technically very sound batter, right? We've seen him in tough conditions also look much better than some of the batters. But the thing is, he used to trust his defense, and he would do that in Test cricket.
So I'll just add to what you're saying. He got 122-23 run innings of 120 balls in under 16 cricket once he played once.
Yeah.
So he represented Delhi. So that's the time when Tariq Sinha was telling him defense.
Correct.
So he has a solid defense.
Yeah. No, I give that example that semi-final 2019, that moving track in Manchester. Everyone was struggling. See that knock of Rishabh Pant, 30 odd he gets. The most comfortable against swing bowling. Didn't feel like there is an issue with his technique. Everyone else struggled. My point is that he used to use in Test cricket conventional thought process where defense, he trusted his defense, that was his go-to thing. He knew he can survive in whatever condition. And attack would be a surprise element, just to throw the bowler off and just to change the tempo a little bit, then go back into my defensive. Now he comes with that, maybe that image that he's created. He's loving that whole thing about him being the most destructive batter. Now he comes as, I'm going to dominate, I'm going to hit. And defense is now plan B, that I'll do it as a variation once in a while. I think that mindset which he had is completely changed.
With you on that.
But just, the going back to the Indian team, and this is a question and I'd probably want to ask all of you. I said this is the lowest point of Indian cricket. Can you let this slip under the carpet? First things first, because I was listening to the broadcaster on commentary. So the line goes like this, the promo, we also make promos. The promo is after setback, Indian team is ready to roar back again. For God's sake, the setback has come in Test cricket at home where you've been whitewashed, and now you'll win a few ODI games, and then you will try and this is what the thing is, you will try, everything is well, we have roared back into form. So I feel like we are going down that road. I don't know how the fans will react, but I'm 100% sure at least our viewers are not going to forget what has happened now. We've not forgotten what happened versus New Zealand. My point is, will Indian cricket move on from here in 2 weeks' time when Virat and Rohit are playing, hundreds are there, and we forget about this, no course correction has happened? Or would you want Indian cricket to de-link both the format and take some steps to fix what is wrong with your Test cricket?
You forgot New Zealand.
No, I have not forgotten. Our viewers have not forgotten.
No,
when
they
we
haven't
go to the
forgotten.
Very few may have forgotten, but the rest celebrated England 2-2. You had no cause to celebrate because
that was a good effort.
That was a good effort. I was in the commentary box all 5 Test matches. I can tell you,
it was great.
No, it was. See, there are 2 things here, sir. My point is, we should never forget what happened against New Zealand in India for 2 things. Roko were there. Rohit Sharma was there. Virat Kohli was there. We had the best side we could think of.
Yeah.
We lost. Hands down. It's as simple as
but,
then comes a stellar effort. Why do I call it a stellar effort? Because when we saved that Test match on the last day, you had 3 centurions. Right? It was a grand effort. You drew that Test match. You won the last Test match to draw the series. So you cannot take that effort away when you put in effort. So credit has to be given where it's due. I'm with you on that. I can never forget New Zealand because that is where it all started. And now, but this, as you rightly said, is the lowest point in Indian cricket at this moment.
Yeah, see, because you've forgotten New Zealand because you dished out a rank turner in Kolkata. Had you learned the lessons, had you imprinted it in your mind that, oh yes, New Zealand, we can't afford to what we did there. What did you do in Kolkata? You live in a bubble, you live in a delusion. Now, we'll go back to our old gear, let's go back to sporting wicket. If you chop and change the nature of the wickets, how on earth can a batsman be expected to adapt? He's not a switch or a robot. Oh, sporting wicket, my technique is like this. Spinning wicket, my technique
my point is, see, if there's a storm and that is something that vanquishes you or destroys you and, you know, creates a stir, I can understand. The slightest gust of wind comes and it disbalances your comfort zone. That is what my point is. A normal, ordinary turning cricket ball. Dhruv Jurel puts his bat, opens the face of the bat. You're not supposed to do that. It's simple catch practice. So that is what is hurting me more.
But what would have led to that? Dhruv Jurel can bat against spinners. We saw that England series. He's got the temperament. He has the technique. And this is again what we alluded to. It does seem like that the Indian team felt disinterested to me. I'm not saying that you would have won here. You had lost. But this, I repeat, this Indian batting lineup is better.
True. Why it hurts me even more? For two reasons. You did not have a Kagiso Rabada. No Kagiso Rabada in that side, and you would say the two test matches would finish in 2 days, India winning 2-0. That is how you would look at the test series before it started. Then, the second thing is, you are not losing. You are losing by a very huge margin, as you rightly said.
The highest,
400 plus.
400 highest ever. No. But
let's not forget that the first match got done in 2 days.
Yeah. See, that first test match, Eden Gardens, you got spooked by the pitch. You had no technique to play. Rank Turner, it backfired. You lost. Fine. This particular test match, I don't think this pitch. I think, by the way, this is the pitch to go with. I don't think you take this loss and say, now we don't know, go back to minefield. I think this is the right way or the right pitch that you have to come up with. Just that you need to be better at adapting those conditions. But I have a feeling, I don't know if I could be wrong, but the Indian team surrendered. I don't know what has caused that. Are they not happy? Are they not in the right mental frame of mind? Are they already thinking of the ODI series? Is there some sort of discontentment in the Indian dressing room? Is there lack of trust between players, coaches? I don't know. But I have a feeling with the body language that I've seen, this Indian team's given up.
Yesterday when South Africa delayed, I thought they delayed it by a couple of hours minimum. I thought this is India's greatest chance. And I think that was the time when I was telling myself, South Africa have just made the hugest of blunders.
No, I was saying the same thing.
Yeah, and now you lose by one session still left. You've lost it.
Yeah, so only to laugh at ourselves because we were saying exactly that. What are they doing? Don't they want to win? Maybe they were much wiser. They said, "Arey, why you worried?
That's what
we don't know. We don't need 4 sessions."
They knew we would be groveled anyways.
You are, see, this Indian cricket team are living in a bubble. It took you one innings of 46 on a true sporting deck
but, you know,
to revert you back to sterling tracks.
To add to all those factors that you mentioned, Nikhil, there being a sense of disgruntlement maybe in the dressing room or whatever it may be, or just a meek surrender per se and mentally being shot down. I think it's more than just that. I think this is, in fact, let's go back since we mentioned about the New Zealand series. You weren't chasing a big target in Mumbai. It was 147.
147.
Where was the skill set then? There was no skill set then. There is no skill set now. Would we be saying the same?
The Mumbai pitch was.
I know you had personalities. Yes, you may have personalities, and those personalities aren't around right now. Those personalities also, by the way, weren't getting you a lot of runs. Let's be honest about that. Yeah. So while it may have given you a sense of confidence, the skill was missing in them and those around them. Many of those around them are still there. So if I'm to look at those the 2 series losses for me, this is probably not about
no, but that pitch was tough. Harshit, Mumbai was tough. This pitch you had no business.
That's what I'm saying.
This pitch you had no business to be dismissed for 140.
All the more reason in that case to what I'm saying.
201
being a lack of skill. You're not good enough. It's just the proof is out there.
No. I agree. But Harshit, in those pitches, even the opposition is getting out cheaply. You are fighting between 200
I have
players,
now
150.
seen 3 pitches. One was seam friendly in Bengaluru. Then I saw 2 spinning decks. I saw another spinning deck in Kolkata. And then I saw sporting wicket in Guwahati.
So that's why I'm treating sporting wicket differently, no? Spinning decks, you are fighting 200 fights 150. 250 fights 200. That is what you're saying. Here you are saying 489 versus 140.
Seaming wicket, you get all out for 46.
That I agree.
If seaming, I can't have an excuse for everything.
No, but
There's
as he
only
said
one
at the
common
start,
thing.
as I said, seaming wicket problem is there. In spinning tracks, I'm still going, if you're turning out rank turners, you're still competing with two
I'm
teams
saying
that are close.
if I have an excuse for seaming decks, if I have an excuse for spinning decks, what good am I doing?
No, I'm not saying that. Yeah. There is no excuse for anything we're talking about. Right? The thing is that on a track like this, on a track as not Mumbai, not Indore, not there, if you get dismissed for 200, I understand that on a minefield it will not happen. The opposition is also struggling. They're marginally better than you. Here it is a dead as a dodo sort of a pitch where opposition is scoring 500, you're getting 140. That is the issue. On a turning track also you should be doing better, but there we were talking about turning tracks, that you don't have the skill to play on this. Fix it, get better tracks. You have the skills to do there you will fight. If the opposition scores 400, you might score 500. That's not happening. They're scoring 400, you're getting 140.
I'm just unwilling to go past the fact that this team doesn't have the skill. Look at the fact. Look at what we've seen in this one. Look at 140, 200 odd that you managed in the first innings. What is it that we saw from South African bowlers? Look at the kind of drift they were getting. Look at the kind of bounce. They were bowling slower through the air.
That's
Why
because pitch was different for them. We already said why it was.
I think
it
was all luck, right? Looping the ball, giving it more
The 2 points that Siddharth and I can derive from this beautiful conversation. One was there was a lot of contest, at least when you were playing New Zealand, especially in the England Test last one, where the opponents were also struggling. Here, it's absolutely a sheer contrast, and the contrast is, as we rightly said right at the start of the show, as if South Africa were playing on a placid surface, Pata wicket as we call it, and India was playing on a wicket that had no runs in it.
Yeah, the pitch turned.
Tell me one thing. You mentioned the word grovel. The grovel. We'll get into the merits and demerits of that word later, and the history later. My thing is that however you took that word, somebody must have, and I'm sure there are people who think there are racist undertones, that's fine. Somebody must have thought, no, it's just a jibe. Somebody thought it's a sledge. Somebody thought it's insulting, whatever. I'm sure just as we may have different opinions, the Indian team wouldn't have taken to it kindly. Whether somebody from the Indian team thought it was racist or not, I don't know. Whether somebody thought it was insult or not, I don't know. But whatever said and done, they wouldn't have taken it kindly. So we go back to that context when Tony Gregg said it, West Indies didn't take it kindly. Whichever way they took it. What did they do?
And how do you answer it? You answer it exactly in the manner that you'll just display.
Yeah, with the way you played.
Yeah.
You came back, you said, we have not liked what you said. You're insulting us. You're trying to rub our noses into the ground. You are telling us in literal sense that I want you on your knees. That's what the word means. So least I would have expected from the Indian team, after that comment was everywhere, to come and show some character, right? We'll get into the debate of that usage of that word. But I would have expected this team to come and show some character. That is not there. That is why I go back to that point. There's something amiss.
They looked unreplenished and bereft of character.
Yeah. You tell me if there was a Virat Kohli and this was said. Just telling you, and it was that team. They could have still lost. I would have seen some.
Yeah, see, I look at aggression in a very different form. If you look at, tell me the top 2 Indian cricketers to have played the game ever, and the most aggressive cricketers, top 2. The ones that come to my mind are Sachin Tendulkar and Anil Kumble. Both never uttered a word.
Yeah.
You don't need to be vocal to be aggressive.
Yes.
Show it in your action. Show it in your body language. Show it in the results. Right? So that is aggression to me. It's very easy to go and sledge in somebody's face. Nobody's going to fight. Would you sledge going onto a street? Go and sledge somebody on a street, you'll pick up a fight.
Yeah.
You're not going to pick up a fight.
I'm not going to do it in Delhi and
No. These cricketers also know this. You will not pick up a fight on a cricket field. Umpires, your teammates, opponents, non-striker would come and would separate the two. It's very easy to sledge. Virat Kohli himself has admitted. He said it himself. So, it's very easy to sledge. Aggression is, as you rightly said, please show it in your game, and they're reflected none.
Today I'm saying I would have felt, had the Indian team pulled off a draw here, again wouldn't have absolved them of another series loss and we would have still been critical. But had they come and shown some fight, grit, I would have said, there is character in this team. After that word was said to you, which is, look at it anyway, but I still feel it's a jibe, right? Whichever way you look at it. You would have shown that no, we'll treat you, and this is at home that you're playing. It should have shown the opposition what you're made of, what your character is, what metal you're made of. That's not shown, and that I think is the saddest part. That is why I go back to that point. I don't think everything is, see, on cue, they're showing the man also. The one who said
Shukri Conrad.
Shukri Conrad. Shukriya to him, to showing us a mirror.
Absolutely.
To Shukri. But that's...
See, it is true. You don't even have the pride to grovel. It's simple. That West Indies team, the context was, how dare a white South African tell us?
No, context is different. Why didn't this team show us something?
They don't have. They don't have the skills
Yeah.
to bat anywhere nor bowl anywhere.
Skill, sometimes you don't have the skill. No, there are players with limited skill. Kapil Paji always talks about Ravi Shastri. He says probably the least talented cricketer I knew, but the gutsiest.
Yeah, but there was way too much time left.
But I'm saying
again, there is enough proof.
Courage.
If the ball bounces 2 inches
He
more,
spoke about Temba Bavuma.
What happened?
Does he have all this skill?
What
No.
happened in Perth?
Courage.
What
Guts.
happened in Perth in the ODI? You lost over there as well.
And you blame the weather.
And because the ball was bouncing 2 inches more, the ball spins 2.5 degrees more, you can't tackle that. The ball bounces 2 inches more, that you can't contend with. Then of course there's a problem, boss.
Runs in
Now
England.
my
No,
question
you
to
got runs
the
in
my
India.
question
Those
my
are true
question.
wickets. Those are very true wickets. I could play
So
through
this
the
is
line.
a true wicket, no?
I could play through the line
It is
over
a
there.
true wicket.
Your pride.
This
before
is a true
Padam sir
wicket.
comes in. Your pride has been blinded by your flat. If you look at it, your flat nature of the way how you approach the game, and your fat slush fund that you have accumulated by playing IPL.
No, how is that contributing?
Look
to
at
that?
it. Who
I
are
don't
the-
like this. That
who are the
they're
people
making money in IPL.
Who are
so
the
they're not
people who have hurt you in this Test series? Simon Harmer, does he play the IPL? No, he doesn't. Temba Bavuma, does he play the IPL? No, he doesn't. Only Marco Jansen.
He plays the IPL.
Who?
The man of the match.
Marco Jansen, agree. That I said, but the other two who hurt you, did they?
I don't think IPL and IPL money.
South
I
Africa.
think no. If you're trying to bring in a statement that to succeed in Test cricket, you should not be a part of IPL. It's wrong.
That won't happen. But then the pride factor. I'm talking about the pride.
No, there is a thing. You look at the New Zealand side that visited. You look at this side. They do have a couple of specialists here and there. The Indian team doesn't have a specialist at the moment.
Yeah, our non-IPL players actually are sitting out. Now Sarfraz does not play IPL.
No, that-
out. Abhimanyu Ishwaran does not play IPL.
Simon Harmer is a story. Muthuswamy is a story.
When I was in class 7, there was a book that was introduced in our syllabus, which was Animal Farm.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
Animal Farm,
John
We got
Animal
it very
Farm.
early in 7th grade.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell the moral of the story. Please read it. The moral of the story.
Brilliant book. Yeah.
Brilliant. The moral of the story is all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than the others.
Yes, yes.
So why are we saying this? Because we just touched upon Iswaran. What has Iswaran done? Piles, tons of runs. Why did Cheteshwar Pujara ever made it to the Indian team? Only because he was told and taught, if the selectors are not listening to your knock, please make those many runs that can break the door open. He did. Iswaran is going on the same path. Iswaran is brought into the squad, then Iswaran is not played, now which is not fair.
I'll give you an example. He comes in as a backup opener, right?
Yeah.
So once opener is out, so backup opener will replace.
Yeah.
Middle order will go and open. He keeps sitting out.
Yeah.
Can
So
you
this
imagine?
is, I don't know how it works. For example, see, I'm not getting very critical of Gautam Gambhir because I've known Gautam Gambhir from close quarters as well. Gautam Gambhir is not going to take a call because it's popular. He's not going to take a call because it's easy. He is going to make a decision because it's right. Sometimes you take a decision not because you like somebody personally. You take a decision because you like the ability in the person more.
I agree with you.
So
I agree.
and
But
then,
that doesn't absolve him of criticism.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely.
I agree with you that he's an honest man.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
known him well.
And though I'm not, I'll call a spade, I'm still not sharpening my knives for the Indian coach here because there are a few things that I didn't understand too here. One which completely could not give me an answer was, if you think Washington Sundar was good enough to be batting at number 3 in the first innings.
Yes.
Now, why would you be derived of your own conviction and not allowing him to bat at number 3? It does the player no good, let me tell you.
5 number 3s you
in
had.
my debut innings for Haryana Ranji Trophy, I was made to bat at number 8 and I was an opener. When I went into bat at number 8, I felt like a tail-ender. Believe you me, it runs in your system.
Yeah.
You don't feel like an opener. Now, when anybody goes at number 8, anybody, even if KL Rahul, I think is the strongest character that we have. Make him bat at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The others put their foot down. I'm not going to leave my number. Sachin Tendulkar never left his number. Right? The others were forced to leave their numbers because Sachin Tendulkar did not leave his number. Virendra Sehwag, that was a product of what all went through, blessing in disguise. So my point is, why would you ask him to bat at number 8 here? So had you shown the same conviction, I think one player who's shown more grit than the others in the entire series has been Washington Sundar for me.
No, it is true. But see, I go back to that question. I agree with you that Gautam Gambhir is an honest man. I know that he will not take the popular decision. I think he's been one player who's been critical about himself more than anyone else, which tells me he's very objective. I've known him since he made his debut, all these years covering him. No issues with that. But I'm saying, at the end of the day, Paddy, you're my friend. Tomorrow you become a coach of a Ranji Trophy team and I like you and whatever. But if your team has gone through one of the worst phases, as an analyst, it's my job then to be objective and say, no, maybe Paddy is a great commentator, maybe Paddy was a good first-class batter, but I think Paddy as Ranji coach does not work. I think he needs to be removed. You need to get somebody else. My point is, which I go back to that question because what you said. Now you've had, under the same regime, in football, I'm just giving a parallel of football. One series loss, which has not happened at home ever, whitewash, would have ended the manager's career. Now you've had 2 in a period of 12 months. You've lost the BGT as well, a series that you won twice. You will have to course correct. You will have to. That's why I said I think Gautam Gambhir, the white ball coach, needs to continue. But you will have to look at another thing because it's not just the skills, it's also the decisions that you have taken. Whether it's your team selection, Abhimanyu Ishwaran not playing. Sarfraz was part of the team. He's not even part of the A squad. He plays first-class cricket, averages 68 there. Sai Sudarshan came and made his debut on a 39 average in first-class cricket. Nitish Reddy has a 20-something batting average. Where is he a batter from? You're giving him 2 overs to bowl in an innings. These are calls that the management has taken, for which they'll have to be answerable.
Also, you need to decide what sort of the nadir for you. You talked about football. There have been managers that Real Madrid have had in the past. You just can't remember who it was. But remember, he'd won the league.
Yeah, Ancelotti.
But
Ancelotti won Champions League. He was sacked.
That's
because he didn't win the league.
No. The point is, again, because they take the grudge matches seriously, and that's what matters when pride is on the line. They won the league. I'm talking about 30 odd years back, 40 years back, but lost both home and away leg to Barcelona. That manager was sacked. So you need to take a call. Yes, there was success there as well, but this is perhaps what it takes, and this is where you need to draw the line. 2 home series defeats, I'm sorry to say, I'm not standing that.
Not 2 home series defeats, 2 home series whitewashes. I don't know then what will wake you up then. Because see, as Padam sir said, your foundation is resting on haze. It's not on stone or anything. It's not a concrete or a strong foundation. 1 loss on a true pitch, you revert back to Turners. 1-2 losses on Turners, suddenly you revert back to true pitches. This is where this regime is proving and is doing a great job of dismantling your cricketing know-how. They are doing a great job of it. Otherwise, on any kind of bit, you can't be continuing if you have suffered 2 home losses, whitewashes against the Sena nations.
The insulting bit of suffering 2 losses and then hearing grovel also.
Exactly.
And yet it's not woken you up.
It won't wake you up because, as I said, you are coming into each and every home summer with your slush fund absolutely fat from playing the IPL. White ball has corrupted your entire red ball scenario. Specialists, I'm telling you.
He's a purist.
He's hurt.
Look,
no, he is.
Matt Henry, Will O'Rourke, Ejaz Patel, how many of them play the IPL consistently? Here, barring Marco Jansen, who's played the IPL far often. Specialists have hurt you. Hello, the word specialists.
Siddharth, my question to you is, you are saying they don't play IPL. My point is, they are not picked in the IPL.
Sure.
There's a difference.
But the whitewashers are there.
Hold on. No, there are. My question is, if they are given a contract in the IPL, will they not take it?
They will take it.
They will take it.
They will absolutely. Will O'Rourke took it, in fact, for LSG.
So, my point is, horses for courses, the first thing. Of course, you need to have the right man. I would want to see a Sarfaraz. Why is he not there? Earlier, when he was overweight, I was the one who would say, you must not look a picture of neglect. Exactly the thing that I'd said for Parthiv as well. No, Prithvi. Prithvi, sure. I think so. Sarfaraz, he shed weight as tree sheds its leaves, right?
Yes.
Wow, I looked at him once and I was like, wow, why did you not do this before? What prompted you? Now when he's done all the hard work, of course, runs is something that has always got you. Why is he not there? Now that's again Easwaran. Why is Easwaran not there? You need to have proper test players. I can't see sense in investing in Nitish Kumar Reddy when your Ranji Trophy average itself is not very motivating and encouraging, and it sets a very bad precedent as well. It's a very, very sad precedent, because I will understand if somebody who's scoring tons and tons of runs and then getting into the into the test squad, that will make more sense to me.
And Padam sir, again, your Ranji Trophy is supposed to be your feeder system, right?
Yeah.
For your test matches.
Yeah.
In the last 8 years, we have seen only 2 guys getting rewarded through the sheer weight of runs. One very belatedly in Sarfaraz. The other was Mayank Agarwal. Before that and prior to that, we all had this very scheme.
Karun Nair as well.
But
one series.
Huh?
One series he played, but.
Yes.
One series he
Let
had
me
done.
tell you, Jaydev would not could give me a second chance. That is how you have reduced your
Now
red
he's
ball legends
also
to.
taking pot shot at the team on social media.
He is.
Exactly.
But I don't blame him. He only gets one series. Others will continue. Nitish Reddy got that 100 and he's continuing on the basis that.
You know what?
What will
His-
probably agree
Sai
with-
Sudarshan is continuing
Yeah.
because he passes the eye test.
Yes, I think for Karun Nair, he also knows age is not on his side, and perhaps he knew that he was always on a knife's edge when he was playing in England. Perhaps he knew that going to bat every time in all those 5 matches. Perhaps what hurts a Karun Nair more is that here I've still been scoring runs. Yes, you may have lost faith in me after 1 series, 10 innings you gave me, all right. But who's your choice now? Who are you now turning to? You're turning to somebody who's now average. By the way, when he made his debut for India was 39. I'm talking about Sai Sudarshan over here. It's now dropped to 35 in these matches that he's played. Let's not forget. So what hurts a Karun Nair more is the fact that not like you've turned to somebody who's got double the average. You've turned to somebody, and I'm bound to feel aggrieved. I may be in my 30s, but if I'm still scoring the runs, what stops me? I'm not a fast bowler. If I'm a batter, I still have it. I'm scoring runs in your very system. This is where the hurt for Karun Nair, I think, comes from.
Yeah, and I think if I can add to what you're saying, he got those 30s and the 40s. The irony was that he was never able to convert that into a big score. Agreed. But those 30s and the 40s had value.
Yes.
Because they were being scored on surfaces which are alien to you, conditions which are not very normal for you, and he did invest a lot in those innings. And because when you're batting at the top of the order, you are taking the shine off the cricket ball, and when you're doing that, you're actually making the life of the others who are going to follow very, very easy and comfortable. So I think his runs were not gauged properly.
Yes.
Is what I feel. He should have gotten a chance, and people were always pointing to the fact that the front foot is pointing more towards the bowler rather than pointing towards the cover fielder. If it comes down to that sort of a technique, I can find a fault in any batter whatsoever.
And where have we rewarded our domestic stalwarts? Mayank Agarwal came in, how many years did we give him a good chance? 3 years. Sarfaraz, you played him for only 4 or 5 matches and he's gone for no fault of his. Yes, after that 150, he only scored a combined total of some 20 runs in the 4 innings that he played against New Zealand. But you've had far more.
And that's fine.
But
I tell you what, this is where you need a good leader. A good leader has to be a hand holder, nerve calmer, problem solver. A good leader is somebody who's going to put his hand around your neck, shoulder and say, don't worry when things go wrong. Virendra Sehwag, you know what Saurav Ganguly told him? Saurav Ganguly said to him, Viru, don't worry. 10 innings is what I guarantee you. After that, I will lose all my powers. Things will not be within my comfort zone. This is something I'll promise. So play absolutely free-flowing cricket that you want to, right? When you get free-flowing, you get mind-blowing. Virendra Sehwag gave us what Virendra Sehwag could. Virendra Sehwag would not become a legend if Saurav Ganguly had not supported him. At the point that you're saying. Now, because you've seen that talent, you know that here's a guy who gets you tons and tons and tons of runs in domestic cricket. He's capable of that. Suddenly, 3 innings, no runs, 4 innings, no runs. It's okay. Please bestow that trust. Tell him you are good enough. Success at times, most times, is the natural consequence of good habits. Sarfaraz has good habits.
I'm listening to Gautam Gambhir while I'm listening to you guys as well.
Yeah.
So he says that, what do you make? And I quickly want your opinion. He has said that, listen, I'm not the one to give excuses, but you have to admit that 4 odd batters, 4-5 in this top order have played less than 15 test matches. You have to give them time to learn. How can you expect results so instantly? Allow them to learn and they'll only learn. You have to give them time. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Bamboozle.
It's very unbecoming, I would say, and it's a very silly reason to give, I would say. I like the fact that he's again manned up and come for the press conference as he did the last time. Yeah. I like the fact that he takes responsibility. That's a man of character, but that's not what I expect a man of character to be saying. It sounds silly because of the stature that he holds for me as well. The selection committee, you're in touch with them. The pool, the basket that you're trying to assemble again, are you telling that there aren't batters out there and players out there who have played first class cricket and enough first class cricket for them to be then having the experience to play on these kinds of surfaces and be soaking in this kind of pressure? So my
question is, how many test matches has KL Rahul played?
60.
Well over 68.
He's averaging
35.
35
and 60.
Yashasvi has played more than 20.
27 odd.
27 odd.
26.
And he's averaging 10 versus South Africa.
Yeah, because his kryptonite is left arm pace. Mitchell Starc and Marco Jansen showed it to you.
No, even South Africa, it struggled, I remember, in the 2 matches.
Nandreberger and Marco Jansen. Nandreberger, Marco Jansen, Mitchell Starc. These 3 guys exposed this technique. Again, now this can't be a smoke screen every single time that, oh, Gautam Gambhir is coming up for the press conference and manning up to it. But then he also has to realize, start winning.
No, then you need
pick specialists.
If you're saying that there is a lack of experience, then it also comes from the fact that you haven't put the right people together.
You haven't. And again, this is exactly the pitch that we wanted to now that, we need to give them time.
Please tell me, how did Nitish Kumar Reddy make it to this test squad? He wasn't there earlier. It is at the behest. We know how things work. If I'm asking to assemble a team that gives me all-round options, the selectors are going to be giving you those all-round options, right? And there would not be presence of so many of these all-rounders earlier. So if you're telling me that, I don't have the right ingredients with me, or you've got to give me time to be able to give you the best recipe, then you're asking for the wrong ingredients.
Unless Gambhir has gotten his playing 11 wrong, how many people have gotten less than 15? Jaiswal's got more than 20-25, Gill has got more, KL Rahul's got more, Pant has got more, Jadeja's got more. That is half.
Something spicy he says. Yeah. He says that we need to improve. The reality is we need to improve in test cricket and we are far behind. We need to, not play for ourselves, but for the team, and most importantly, not play for the galleries.
That is expected from Gautam.
But who is he talking about?
It is. We don't need a PhD to figure that out.
Please tell us.
The 2 guys who want to come back for the ODIs. We don't need to play up to the gallery.
But they are not playing.
They are playing test cricket.
They are not playing over here.
Then who are the other 2 guys who would think? Because it has not been more than 7-8 months since they retired.
Okay, you look at the dismissals. Okay, now Rishabh Pant comes to mind straight away. The first innings dismissal, right? Why would you play a shot like that if you're not playing for the gallery? Who else threw the wicket away?
Nitish.
A
Dhruv, poor technique against Simon Harmer.
Well, it didn't. Yeah, I mean that.
He's played less than 10. Agreed.
From outside off stump, you're trying to pull it, not even rolling your wrists.
Yeah.
Error.
Agreed. But then see, amongst this whole team, barring a Dhruv Jurel and a Sai Sudarshan, everybody has played more than 15 matches. Barring a Dhruv Jurel and a Sai Sudarshan. Siraj has played more, Bumrah has played more. Nitish, I'm assuming he's played close to 12-13 test matches.
Nitish?
Yes. He played a couple against England, played 3-4 against BGT, played in the West Indies leg, and also played, how many matches has he played? He's played 10. He's played 10 matches. He and Dhruv Jurel are the only inexperienced guys. The rest of the batting and bowling lineup has played more than 50.
But my point is, it's all in the head. Tell these boys, you're playing a Ranji Trophy game, okay? Now, I can tell you about 20, 25 better spinners than the 2 spinners that played for South Africa. These so-called inexperienced players, as the coach said, they are playing on home conditions. They're not playing on foreign soil.
Okay, sorry. Also, I hope Pawan is also listening to us and putting it for our viewers to know what Gambhir is saying. He's said something very important just now about his future as test coach. He said, team is important, individual is not important. It is up to the BCCI to decide what they want to do with me. It's entirely up to them. If they think I'm the man for the job, I'll continue. If they think I need to go, then so be it. Then he adds that, but you must also remember, I am the same guy under which they won 2-2, they drew 2-2 in England. I am the same guy under whom India has won the Champions Trophy. I am the same guy
Asia Cup
under whom they won Asia Cup. Media might forget, other people might forget, but I just want.
I don't think anyone's forgetting.
That's what
everyone's calling out for is greater
up
accountability
to BCCI
when
to
it
decide
comes to
my
red ball
future.
cricket. I don't think anyone's forgetting the white
you're
ball
right.
success.
Yeah, we're not. We've been giving him credit where it has been due, but where things have not gone your way, I mean, he himself will admit. I mean, as Nikhil said, you said, you need to call a spade at the right time. The most gracious comment that could have come from the coach was, "We played poor cricket. Our apologies. The better side won. Period." Because you don't have explanations to give it. What will you say? You played poor cricket. I mean, there was no application. There was no application. There are things which can be attained more from the mindset, and that can cover up for the deficiency in the skill set. It is all in the mind. Your best friend and your worst enemy lies between your 2 ears. Bavuma's 50 in the first innings was a class act. When he came to bat in that second innings, I thought he's not going to get more than 2 runs. For what he looked to be in the first innings on that surface, that man showed character, great determination. I need to fight it out. That is the man who doesn't get too much of respect from his teammates. He doesn't. He doesn't demand respect, he commands respect. The same man was getting a hug from everyone when he finished that innings. The same man, all his fast bowlers ran towards him when they won the first test match. So this is what you need to do. You need to lead from the front. And the point that I would like to highlight, which you mentioned a short while back, which is a very important point, it is not what you have, it is what you do with what you have. Exactly. Ravi Shastri was a man with limited ability, Kapil Paji said so, but look at the accomplishments, far greater. So Sachin Tendulkar once was getting out in Australia playing a cover drive, and he played a knock in Sydney where he got a double century. He did not even play a single cover drive.
2 for 1.
2 for 1, yeah.
Now this is character. This is character. This is a shot which is getting me runs. You need to put mind over matter. And he told himself, and not too many people know this, but he did a shadow practice of not playing the cover drive at least 1,000 times in his room that night before the match. He slept at 4 in the morning that day. 4 in the morning. Because he was practicing. Battles are not won in the battlefield. Battles are won in the practice arena. It is won in the mindset. South Africa had a better mindset. South Africa had a better skill set to show.
Exactly, and that is where, see.
But I believe, Paddy, it's not that we put up our it's okay, better team can win, but I don't think we put our best foot forward.
We lacked in all departments. That's my issue.
But then that needs to be fixed now. Gautam is saying that it's up to the BCCI to decide. If you were in BCCI's position, what would you do?
Okay, now you are in the halfway stage of the WTC. Okay, for India. Yes. You played 3 series.
That's done for.
Okay.
Let's be honest about it, for all practical purposes. Now you slipped to 5. Pakistan are ahead of you.
Sure. You've got now 3 more series remaining. Okay. Now the timing. This is where the timing I have to really appreciate the scheduling at this point in time. Because now you don't play a test match now for 9 to 10 months.
Well, this is not by design though.
It's not by design. But then see, for 9 to 10 months you're not playing a test match. You've got white ball commitments now until May. July. You've got white ball commitments until July.
Right.
Your next test series is going to be against Sri Lanka. 2 test series. Okay. There also you're going to encounter spinning decks at Galle and Colombo. You're having 2 tests, which is your ultimate one in New Zealand. That's going to be the most toughest in this away cycle that's going to happen. Then you've got 5 against against Australia at home, the BGT. That's in February, March. If you want to have a coaching change, then the decision has to be made now, because middle of a cycle, where have we heard that before? A captaincy has changed.
What are we doing there? Let's go around the room. What do we do? He's himself listed his credentials, and sure enough, we had not forgotten his credentials.
If I am the BCCI...
But what are we doing? Yes, he's got a good track record when it comes to white ball cricket, but a woeful one at the same time when it comes to test cricket. What are we doing?
Let Gambhir be the white ball coach. I am finding a new coach for red ball.
Yeah, I'm with Siddharth on that. I mean, see, again, you have to be objective when you look at. See, and I think even Gautam would appreciate, because he's come out and said that he is not important, Indian cricket is important. And I know that he's a person like that, and that's not lip service. I genuinely believe he is a person like that. So if you were to have a chat with him and saying that, listen, Indian cricket is important, but the kind of steps that we've taken or the decisions we've taken under your leadership have unfortunately backfired. So for the sake of Indian cricket, you may have to find somebody else in red ball cricket. I still believe that he's the right man for the job in white ball cricket. Results are there for everyone to see, and I wouldn't want to make any changes ahead of the 2026 T20 World Cup. Neither would I want any changes ahead of the 2027 50 over World Cup. No transition, but test cricket, this WTC is done. You are out of see, you were on cruise control to make WTC final last time, and you lose to New Zealand under the same leadership. You lose and your WTC is finished, out. Now this WTC cycle, this 2-0 loss, done. Now you cannot win all test matches in Sri Lanka, all test matches at home to Australia, all test matches in New Zealand. Not happening. If that is not going to happen, then I need to make that change now. So for test cricket, I'm looking at a different coach, quite objectively. And that's just, again, I borrow the phrase from Gautam, Indian cricket is important, not individual. So for the sake of it.
My take on this is not any different, because by the look of things, when things are not working, they are not working. Change is the only constant, so be it.
But he says it's a team in transition. He said it a few times in the press conference. I loved what Cheteshwar Pujara said the other day, that this isn't a team in transition.
It isn't.
No, it's not.
Apart from 3 guys, the rest of the core is the same.
Yeah.
Apart from the 3 guys. Yes, Ashwin going is a huge blow, because now you don't have a premier off spinner who would run through opponents on these kind of wickets.
And let me tell you,
Rohit and Virat. Virat was in patchy form for 5 years, barring 2023.
what dented India also majorly, two very, very important factors. One, of course, that injury to Shubman, because Shubman is an excellent player of spin bowling. Other very good player of spin bowling who got out early, only got 1 half century, was Yashasvi Jaiswal himself.
Yes.
If Yashasvi Jaiswal plays at the top of the order, any Indian side is going to look a very different side. 1, because he scores those runs very quickly. Very quickly. 2, he makes a placid, he can make a turner look like a Pata wicket. He has that capability. I'll tell you one incident. He was playing an Irani trophy game once. So, okay, I was in commentary in that game. And this lad, he scores 175 by the end of the day. 175. The others, the highest score of the second batter in the side was 20. And believe you me, when the others were batting, it looked as if the bowlers would get a wicket every ball. So that is what he can do. So those 2 factors, I'm not finding excuses. I'm just trying to lay down certain factors. If those factors had clicked for India, the story could have been very different. But here, because you've lost, not just lost, you've lost badly, hugely. Worst defeat ever in terms of runs at home. Now, this is a shocker. South Africa, when you looked at that side without Kagiso Rabada, as we rightly started the show with, you would say India is winning this with not even going into the 4th day with both the test matches. But that has not been the case.
Which is why, there being no Shubman Gill or whatever, I don't think the personnel were a problem. This is what you had. This is pretty much
a problem.
What you asked for.
It is a problem. Personnel
this is
a problem.
This is what you asked for.
No, but
I can't cite that as a problem, because this is exactly what I asked for.
You're not getting specialists in, then how a personnel not a problem?
But I believe the problem again lies, if you're looking at there being, for example, as Sir said, there being no Shubman Gill, but I'm also going to be looking at the opposition and consider myself grateful that this could have been not just 400 odd runs, perhaps a little more than this, because there was no Kagiso Rabada. If there was a Kagiso Rabada, then that's the...
It balances out.
That sort of, makes things even. So, there can't be any excuse, simple as that. No. There just cannot be any excuse.
Without Rabada, the Indian team was made Kabada. Despite whatever you want. You see, Rabada is not even there the whole tour. He's not there in the ODIs, neither is he there for the T20Is. But from Bengaluru in November 2024 till Guwahati, November 2025, you sunk. You're sunk as a test playing nation at home. 2 whitewashes. I would never have imagined I would be saying this. I thought in the 90s, where we were tigers at home, lambs abroad, the chances of a whitewash would have been greater here.
Yeah.
But now, we are supposed to be the best nation when it comes to cricket, right? We have won all ICC events so far. But now, even test cricket, we have had 2 whitewashes in 2 years.
2 more things he said, Gautam. One, he said that we would like more gaps between series. He said that, but he's also said, I'm not giving it as an excuse, but we would like gaps between test series. He's also said, you shouldn't have the need to tell international players to play domestic cricket. There should be no need to tell international players to play domestic cricket.
What he means is it should come from within.
Yes. The most important bit, maybe something which is a debating point. You don't need skills to win test matches. You need strong characters to win test.
Yeah, I think you need both. Your character gets enhanced when you have a great skill set. Again, this is what we started the show with, and this has to be the fulcrum of the show here, because we are finding the major fault, and the major fault is, at this moment, without Shubman Gill and without Yashasvi playing a longer innings, I don't see these players playing spin bowling as effectively as they should. Even Sai Sudarshan is someone I was hugely disappointed by, because he plays on rank turners more than anybody else does. In that Chennai league when he plays down south. Yeah. Believe you me, the ball turns a hell lot there. And so that is what a worrisome sign for me is. Now there are 2 things that a player should do, which in my opinion, I can tell you from a very little cricketing experience that I have. Either you sweep the ball well. Now when you sweep the ball well, what you do is, you tell the bowler that I'm going to sweep you, then that's the time when he alters his length. And let's face it, the most amount of chances of you scoring shots are from the back foot rather than front foot, right? Your area and it opens up, horizons open up. So you can cut, you can just glance it down the onside, you can just nudge it down to third man, you can play punch, cover drive, straight drive. So a lot of shots you can play from the back foot, more from the back foot than from the front foot. Or you step out. Now, stepping out is an art. All great batters were fine players of spin. Brian Charles Lara was a treat. He would bounce down the track, he would sweep. Sachin Tendulkar was an exception. Sachin Tendulkar would not step out to spinners, right? Would not step out as regularly as the others would. Now, Vivian Richards, Maninder Singh is the only spinner in the history of the game who's got him out stumped twice. Yes. And ask Maninder Singh what it means to him. What it means to him to get Vivian Richards, who was, as a batter, you need to be very, very nimble. You need to be quick on your feet. You need to have fast hands. But you need to have the heart that if I step out, I will not get out stumped. Nobody in this team is stepping out. You need to step out, use your feet, and then you'll be able to dominate spin bowling.
You don't need all of that, nah. He has just said that you need character.
He says you need character more than the skill set, right?
How do you build
me tell you exactly
character?
What he said.
Can I have some comments in the shows? I'd love to read the comments.
I'll get to, but I'll tell you what. I know there are lots of them. He says you don't need the most flamboyant and talented cricketers to play test cricket. We need tough characters with limited skills.
No, what I think what he should have said was, and what he meant was, even if you have limited skill set and great character,
you can still
make it. Yeah. You see, it's an advantage. If you have great character and great skill set, then you are a Brian Charles Lara.
Okay. Limited skill set. Does this system allow a player with limited skill set to develop a character and to ensure that you have a long road ahead? Who was the last individual who had very limited skill sets but had a fairly decent run in Indian cricket when you have to look at it.
Indian cricket? Cheteshwar Pujara.
Yes.
Cheteshwar Pujara had the faultiest of grips.
Yes.
Now when you look at his grip, you would say, can he play a cover drive? He would play a cover drive. Graham Smith, the South African legend. You look at his grip and you would say, can he ever score a run through covers? He scored 2 back-to-back double hundreds in England.
Yes. 270.
Application. You need to apply yourself well. You need to know what to play, what to leave. As a test cricketer and as a batter in test cricket, if you know what to leave, you automatically know what you to play.
In India, where have we had that? Cheteshwar Pujara barring.
Oh, very interesting. You talk about what is it you play at, what is it you leave. Just came across this. It's the world of reels we live in. So you had this interview of Ricky Ponting where he gives a little master class on how he would practice, shadow practice many a times as well, going into a test match, going into a game of cricket for that matter, as to which ball to leave and which ball he knew he had a chance of playing. I would often, he said, while practicing, put a piece of A4 size sheet I would place at a good length area, knowing that if it's test cricket, this is the length that bowlers are going to be bowling at. He's like, and so often you will see the times that just before, the bowler steaming in, I would often, take a closer look. My head would go down because I would imagine that square to be there, that imaginary paper to be there, and if the ball was behind that square, I knew I had the chance to pull it. If it was ahead of it, I knew I could play it on the full and I could perhaps drive. Anything around that, and I was a little 50-50, if it landing on that area, I knew I had to leave that ball.
And the paper would shift if he's playing in India. So if you're playing in India, what to leave becomes a problem. Why? Because you can't trust that bounce as much as the bounce that you can trust in Australia. So very good point that you make. And again, the point that we are highlighting here is the battles are not won in the battlefield but in the practice arena. You need to go. I wrote a quote once, Nikhil. I wrote a quote, original quote once. Repeat mode is the only success code. I mean, what is the mantra to success? You need to do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Your habits, as you rightly said about Ricky Ponting, your habits publish your stories. Your habits will polish your stories. Success then becomes a natural consequence of great efforts. And as Gautam Gambhir rightly said there, I mean, if you can match up with a little bit of skill set with great mindset, then see, you need character. Yeah. Test cricket, bottom line character.
Before we get into the comments, can you just circle back on that thought of Gautam Gambhir saying about the schedule? Is there anything that changes? Though I know he's made it and he doesn't.
No, I mean, no.
But I don't think there's anything. This is the kind of cricket that is not.
It can be easily sorted when you sort out your first two, your selection of your team. If you have test specialists which are not overlapping with your white ball cricket, automatically gets sorted. Your test players will prepare for test matches prior to that. What you did, by the way, that's what I'm saying. Again, now it will go back to when you look at all things that have happened. You gave a red carpet to the visiting South African team. I go back to that India A game.
Yes.
You provided them with a fantastic pitch for that India A game in which they batted the way that they had to bat. You provided them with all sorts of bowlers. Your main bowlers were playing in that practice game. Siraj, Kuldeep, all of them were playing in that practice game. When India goes overseas, we don't get good pitches to play practice games. They don't give you good opposition. They don't give you A, B, C, D level teams. And that's why India stopped playing practice games as well. And we did all that. Red carpet to South Africa when the A team was playing. Couple of their players who are in the test squad, Temba Bavuma and Tony Dozorzi, both were part of that 11 that chased down 470 odd runs in a very nice typical pitch which you're getting now. But you gave them there as well.
Double-edged sword, because again, you wanted, Kuldeep was in Australia, you sent him back. Some of these players wanted that sort of game time as well.
Ooh, I don't think Kuldeep wanted that game time.
KL Rahul.
You sent him from there because you didn't want to play him that. But Kuldeep was man of the series in the West Indies series.
Yes,
he was the last person who needed game time.
But you wanted KL to get it. KL went ahead, made himself available. Because
your batters is fine. Your batters is fine.
Why have a Siraj?
I will not.
Yeah.
See, then it becomes, I know the circumstances with Kuldeep were a bit different, but to say that, some of the playing 11 members were in that match and you were rolling out the red, because then it becomes a double-edged sword in the sense that you cannot then be expecting the same players to be playing these A games or being playing domestic cricket.
You don't want them to play A games, huh? You are just now saying they're playing too much cricket. Why do I need to make a Mohammad Siraj play an A game? Please tell me. Why do I need to make him play an A game? There's a lot of workload already. Why do I need a Kuldeep Yadav to play A game? He was your man of the series just before that in West Indies. I'll send somebody to play A game. I'll send a Nitish Kumar Reddy to play an A game to get some form sorted, to get some runs under his belt. Go play A game.
Pant was mindful of that.
You can't have same.
I can see again. What does a Varun Chakravarti do then in the nets? I'm just saying, if you in an A game also, if you don't want the opposition to see how many arrows you've got in the quiver, you don't pull out all your arrows.
Yeah,
that's also. But if I'm looking for rhythm, if I'm just looking,
doesn't matter.
No game time is bad game time.
Don't play a Ranji Trophy game. There are so many other matches that are happening. Why you want to show the opposition that? Why do you want to do that? There are gazillion ways of playing it. Your batters can go and bat. In fact, did they play any of their main fast bowlers in that game? They're not foolish enough. Your batters are playing that. Did they play? Go Marco Jansen, bowl to them so they get used to what you're supposed to do. They didn't do that. Marco Jansen, that's what I'm saying. You can't paint everyone with the same brush. You have to be thoughtful of it. Now also, I'm just going back to we need gap. It's all fine to say it now. In hindsight, when you lost, he's the coach. He's managing everything. He should have said it before. Yeah. Said it 6 months ago. After you lost to New Zealand, you should have said, I'm not going to play if you're going to have this sort of gap. Or my test players have to be let go of early. What was the need, I'm just saying, of Shubman Gill playing T20 in Australia?
That's a problem that you've discovered.
Why was he need? Yeah.
You have constructed that problem.
So then
it's a manufactured problem.
But
because Shubman Gill fits into your
but then your coach
larger scheme of things.
But coach is saying now we need gaps. You could have created that gap.
It's all a khichdi. It's all moving around in circles. You will take this turn, you'll realize I've reached the same juncture where I started. Because coming to the Shubman Gill point, the opportunity was right there. If you wanted format specific captains as well, you could have taken that road. But the moment you made Shubman Gill the vice captain, who wasn't there in your 11, forget 11, he wasn't even in your 15 for the T20 World Cup. Now he certainly
I'm only talking about gaps.
Then
I'm only talking about gaps.
Then his game time again.
I'm saying, so then don't say this. Please don't.
I think it's a cop-out.
Don't say that.
That's what. No,
you
don't tell us we need gaps.
I know he's manning up, but he's having several debatable points, which sounds like a cop-out. I'm very sorry about it.
I think, Siddharth, it's not just him. The way the cricket is played, you put anyone in that chair right now, you will run out of directions to move.
No, don't say things that were under your control. Yeah. I'm just saying that. You could have created that gap.
Now see, suddenly the main point in this is 180-degree turn. It has to come from within for the international player to play Ranji. Excuse me. Did Gautam not realize prior to his regime what was the system? How can a international player from within want to play Ranji when the calendar itself is so jam-packed? Wasn't that the excuse given? Yeah. How can an international player in the Rohit Kohli era play? Because the calendar was so jam-packed. Now suddenly you are given a diktat, no, everybody must play domestic. Many other to it. Now if there is no gap, now yes, you have no gap now until August. Where will you play? It is your own making. Ask your BCC, ask the board not to schedule any matches. Will they do that? This is why
I'm saying that scheduling, Siddharth, scheduling may have happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Last moment you can't change it, I agree. But you can control the controllables. You want gap for your players. What do you need a gap for? Your gap for your test players to prepare for a test series. You could have easily created it yourself. Pulled out all the test players from that South Africa bilateral white ball. How does it matter?
Exactly.
How does it matter what happens in that series?
See, now
you just pull them out. You should have said, you sent the guy who needed least preparation in Kuldeep Yadav because you didn't want to play them there.
Siraj was seriously undercooked in the series. Look at it. You've bowled him to the ground. Now it's starting to show. Why you had to play him in that A game? I don't understand.
And if you are going to be, mistreating skills like by saying you need only character and not skill, that also I'm not buying.
That's a cop-out again. 2 cop-outs by Gambhir in this press conference.
Yes, if you say skill without character is of no use, I'll agree. Right? But you don't need skill. Skill is okay.
But
you need character.
With your horses for courses?
I have a lot of character, but no skill. I can't go get runs here.
You've been scolding all of us for the last 15 minutes.
No, but I'm upset. It's hurt me. I breathe Indian cricket. We're here every day.
Don't use the word breathe in Delhi NCR, please.
I said yesterday.
It breathes with the mask.
Yesterday also, I think Shane was sitting here. We were looking at the T20 schedule and I said that, India's got easy games, and then Pakistan, they'll have a couple of lung openers. So he said,
second
don't
match,
talk
I think
about lung
India are
openers.
playing, I think Namibia is in Delhi as per the schedule.
He said, I hope they don't play in Delhi.
Yeah, lung openers in Delhi, you're not getting that.
Anything to do with breathing, if you are in NCR, Delhi NCR, please let's not use that.
Okay.
Was it the first time we smiled in the last 1 hour?
No, we smiled at the start also.
Yeah, the start.
We're good. We'll smile a lot more when we take all our comments. So we'll take the super chats first. This is a way of our viewers showing us some love. People from all across the globe join us.
Brick bats and the accolades both?
Yes.
More of brick bats,
So
right?
Mehraj Rules joins us from Canada.
Should we go up though? Pawan,
been
are
there
we
for a
missing
long
out
time.
on a couple? Let's go up.
Yeah, because, wait.
Okay. Jaya Krishna NAC says, yes, South Africa made Indian team grovel. Absolute grovel without any mercy. That's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm not getting into the merits and demerits of that grovel thing. But if that grovel did not wake this Indian team up and they had such a listless performance, nothing will. That character.
From, the one that we often quote over here from Gangs of Wasipur. Khoon kab kholega?
कब खोलेगा तेरा
इनके
Faisal,
इसमें पानी
Faisal.
है. There is no खून.
फैजल कब
Faisalwa. There is only pani. There is no खून. खून नहीं खोलेगा.
He famously said, right? बाप का, दादा का, सबका बदला लेगा तेरा फैजल. I need badla for New Zealand. I need badla for South Africa. Who's going to get me my badla?
अरे और how many more November 19th you are going to create? हाँ?
By
बदला.
the way, for me, this grovel thing I'm saying is, distraction. You're trying to take this distraction. Oh, it's hurt. He said he wanted to grind you, put you on your knees.
Yes.
That's what he said. They've done it. And I think more than feeling insulted and all that racism thing, I think we should be insulted with the fact that they've come to India, a place where other teams would struggle. I sometimes feel sorry for Steve Waugh. He kept saying final frontier. He'll see how easy teams are winning. It's like, I don't know what I was screaming about. Yeah.
I saw Kevin Peterson saying just now that, winning in India used to be such a great accomplishment for all of us. Now these days, what's happening to India? Anyone's winning there.
Yeah. Final front. Steve Waugh, remember?
Yeah.
He used to crave that's he won everywhere. That's where he wanted to win. Didn't get to experience that. It happened after he had gone. Gilchrist and Ricky Ponting, I think, also did.
You can understand the quality then.
Only last game he lost.
The quality then and the quality now is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge.
Which is why.
Because anybody who would win test matches for Australia those days was Shane Warne. India did not give a damn to Shane Warne.
Yeah.
No chance, baby.
And your final frontier is in ruins in front of an empty stadium. That's how it should.
But that is how when you're losing. And my thing is, losing is another thing. Now you have to face the insult of them even coming, and they don't just want to beat you. They want you to grovel. Yeah. You are groveling. You are absolutely doing.
Yeah, if you have to cry, better sit at home and cry rather than paying for a ticket and coming in. Like,
exactly.
My father once told me, if you have to cry, better cry in a car than a bullock cart.
He's right. He's bang on.
Yeah. Mirage Rules from Canada is saying, I just saw a thriller game. I don't know what you guys were consuming. Melbourne Stars won against Hobart Hurricanes in WPPL.
Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. This is the kind of test cricket, if you dish out, that is what happened.
Exactly.
Uday Kapoor sends us his love from India.
Just go down, Uday Kapoor.
He says, worst moment in the history of Indian cricket, 2 whitewashes in a year is unacceptable. PS. Miss interning that sport. Acha, Uday.
Uday.
He was
okay.
there.
The 8-0 whitewashers versus Australia and England, or the final against New Zealand and South Africa, which is worse?
Say that again, Siddharth, sorry.
8-0, England and Australia, 2011-12, 4-0, 4-0 both.
Yes.
3-0, 2-0, 5-0 at home. What is worse?
This, of course.
Has to be the home defeats.
In those days, to win in Australia, it had never happened. So, and if you lost 4-0, fine, not something expected, but from the 90s, I've been seeing cricket.
This was carnage with a cakewalk. I mean, it was a cakewalk for South Africa. We were completely carnaged.
Yeah.
Also, Siddharth, at least you had the World Cup win to fall back on. Right now, I don't even have that to cheer about.
Champions
Trophy, Asia Cup.
T20 World Cup.
World Cup.
He said it in the press conference.
You guys.
Asia Cup and don't be.
You are the same guy who sings Khada Hu Aaj Bhi Wahi on November 19th.
I am stood there firm.
Yes, exactly. The Dikshita is like saying, sorry, but retiring Virat, who valued tests as captain, was shambolic. You lost 0-5 at home without New Zealand's main Kane and SA's main Rabada. Resign Gigi and bring VK.
I think it's more than the coach. I want a good top six. I want a specialist test opener. I want a specialist number 3. Washington Sundar can never be my number 3, as simple as that. I mean, I would want the selectors to call Sarfaraz, talk to him. You are going to play test cricket. We guarantee you 6 test matches minimum. Say that to him. You owe it to him. Say that to him. He's earned that respect.
I'm missing Sarfaraz on 2 counts here. One is the batter. I'm sure he would have done well, and he's known to play spin. Right? And 2 is someone who could have told us what is happening.
What is happening?
Now we want to know what is happening in that dressing room. That also won't come out.
Whether there is Sarfaraz or not, you got to know things later on as well.
Actually,
Sarfaraz was just a scapegoat.
We're getting to know now also.
Now also,
It'll come. We got to know what happened in the wedding also, so we'll get to know here also. Slowly.
Any latest about that?
Please subscribe to Sports Today. There are 2 videos up on that with details.
Today?
Yesterday and today. Yes. You will get details.
Yes.
Media gets to know everything eventually.
Rahul Bhide is saying, after 21 years, this is India's biggest loss in Test cricket by 408 runs. Last was against Australia by 342 runs in 2004. Well, Nagpur saw Australia achieve that. What will Guwahati achieve for you? That we have to see. Daler Singh from Canada is saying, in Punjabi we say, Gurda Chaida Jitanli.
Gurda Chaida Jitanli.
Okay, they lose because of mindset. YBJ, Pant, Boom, Jadeja, most players are good.
You say that thing in Punjabi, na?
Yeah, I did.
Gurda Chaida Jitanle.
Yes.
You need
that. You need
the mongrel. You need the mongrel to win.
Exactly.
Like what?
Jigra.
You need the
jigar
jigra.
Yes. But Gautam mentioned, but I'll give this credit. Gautam Gambhir, the player, 100% would have shown character on this.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, you could have still lost. He showed in Napier as well. But after this comment, Gautam Gambhir is what you needed on the pitch.
Showed in Delhi also, when it was 2008. So Australia. 200, I think he scored. 206. Ashish Dhar, find players who have temperament for Test cricket. They are sitting out Ashish Dhar at this point.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said, you don't even know some of our domestic performers who are doing well. Sarfaraz we've mentioned earlier as well, who's doing well. There's
one more name I'll give you, Smaran Ravichandran.
Baba Aprijit is doing well. Sheikh Rashid is doing.
Smaran's hit 2 double centuries in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
But are we going to consider that? No, he's too young. Let him come through the bit.
He'll come once he gets into an IPL team.
Yes.
Then he'll come. Yeah. Their target has to be IPL. Then when they play there, get some runs, 30 runs of 20 balls. He is my next number 3.
Particular IPL team you have to be? Any?
No, we are missing.
Particular may help. Certain teams may help, but any will do.
We are missing 2 more guys in the Ranji setup who are doing so well. Tanush Kotian. Dharmendra Singh Jadeja. But we are not valuing them. That's the problem. Narayanan.
Are they playing IPL?
Tanush plays for RR, but he played only 1 game. And he got to, I think he opened the batting, I guess. If I'm not, or number 3 was. I think it was your number 3.
He played a match
1 game.
or 2.
1 game he played.
On that logic, how could South Africa keep Brevis out of the 11? Based on IPL form, he should have been.
Exactly.
But then they'll say Stubbs in IPL, na? Stubbs is there. Stubbs, what a fuck.
Batters, when you look at it, barring
Rickleton stayed IPL.
He came through the ranks of SA20.
Markram,
yes.
Rickleton is Mumbai Indians. That's why he could figure out Jasprit Bumrah some ways, na?
Yeah, must have played him in the nets. Good point.
Exactly.
Rickleton.
Yeah, Rickleton. Narayanan S is saying, is it only batting? Shrikant in this channel is talking about Harmer's flight and loop. Our bowlers bowl at a higher speed. Batting against spin is bad. Time we had some specialist test players.
Agreed.
Average
Paddy,
pace.
what do you make of this?
Which one?
Flight and loop of
Harmer. And our bowlers are bowling too quickly.
I can give you 50 spinners of a with better skill set, technique, loop, release in India than the gentleman in discussion here. It is. We played horribly wrong.
You're saying better spinners than Hammer.
We have better spinners than Hammer. 50. I can bring.
But
50
yet the person who's your off spinner in the Test match. If you have such good spinners, why is Washington Sundar your off spinner who's playing for India in Test match cricket?
Because we have this fetish these days to have all-rounders in the squad. And I think that's the reason. The first thing we said on the show was horses for courses. It's as simple as that.
You know, Washington Sundar, I keep telling them, plays the IPL also. He plays as a pure batter in the 11 in Gujarat. Does not bowl. Because they know that he can at best be a backup bowler. Once in a while we'll use him. But imagine a bowler who cannot get any bowling in white ball cricket is your premier off spinner in Test matches.
It sends such a bad message to everyone who's slogging it out there in the heat.
It's
in
like
different parts of the country playing domestic.
In the 90s, we know that Sachin Tendulkar could bowl off spin. So he'll be not because of his batting, he's there as my premier off spinner. Harbhajan is sitting out. Yes. Or Kumble is sitting out and Sachin could bowl leggies also. And he's your leg spinner. Primary leg spinner, first choice leg spinner.
Sachin could bowl in swing and out swing also.
Everything. In fact, I interviewed, in one of those questions I asked him. I asked him only, you describe, was Sachin Tendulkar an off spinner, leg spinner or medium pacer? His answer was, neither. He was a fast bowler.
He started as a fast bowler.
He said,
he went to MRF.
So I started laughing. He said, no, ask anyone. 18 yards से मेरे से ज़्यादा फास्ट बॉल किसी की फेस किया उन्होंने 18 yards से I'm the quickest.
Had that action, fantastic action. Pawan Holla saying, once a legend said, talk is cheap, cricket is a game of action. In this GG era, all I can see is cheap talks, zero performance and zero accountability. Although I don't agree with the zero accountability bit. But zero performance, I agree.
But that's what I said, that India went into this Test match not with skills, not with character, not with preparation. These are things that have just been told, right?
Yeah.
No skill, no character, no preparation. Not my words, but
GG's words.
GG's word. So you went into this Test match, then his point is right. You only went with bravado, with talk, with aura.
Blunted.
With personality.
Blunted.
That's all you went with.
Yep. And 2 cop-outs in the PC. I'm very sorry about it. Siva Subramaniam is like saying, India home test dominance after 2019 continued because Rohit the batter stepped up in many occasions. 2021 Chepauk.
Good point.
2023 BGT average as opener at home is 54. You traded him for KL, now pay the price. But Rohit is...
No, but KL would have still been
things will always be different.
Although he struggled in the BGT.
When your openers start to get runs, believe you me, things will be very, very different. So Rohit gave you a start at the top of the order. Had one of the two given you a good start at the Rahul or Yashasvi had got a 50 in the first innings, things would be very different. And then the Bishish is saying, if this is the way we play spin, don't be surprised if Sena countries start preparing spinning tracks to get home as advantage.
But they don't need to, because India can't play seam conditions also. New Zealand will prepare seaming decks in Hagley Oval and Wellington.
You know what? It's very difficult to play. If a batter is given a choice, what will you prefer to play, swing or seam? He'll say, give me swing, because most times, unless it's a late swing, you can see the swing coming from the hand of the bowler, right? Now, when it seems off the surface. So where the reaction time for a batter is less than half.
Less than half, yes.
Less than half, 30%, 40% maybe. So I think seaming conditions, any batter will have troubles. But the problem is, how many fast bowlers have the art to get the ball to seam?
Yeah.
You need a good wrist position, your alignment has to be right, release has to be perfect, and then you need to land in the right corridors as well. We go to the next one, and this is find 6 feet plus batsmen which help counter spin. South Africa had this major advantage, like Jansen, Markram, Harmer, only non-IPL should play test clear match. So that should be happy with that.
Yes, Ashish has echoed my sentiment, because barring Jansen and Markram, the rest, Hall hurt you. Even in the New Zealand series, most hurt you by not getting picked for an IPL team in that sense.
The fact that Markram and Phillips are giving you trouble, yeah, that's really the death knell of spin bowling.
Seriously.
That's the death knell.
Glenn Phillips was the second best bowler for New Zealand in that series.
I'll give Simon Harmer the credit where it's due. 1,000 wickets in first class cricket don't come just like that.
Yeah.
So there has to be very good skill on display from Simon Harmer. Remember, he was the one to get the ball to bounce as well on a couple of occasions, be it Jaiswal's dismissal or the dismissal you saw today. I think it was Washi when the ball really raced onto him.
Correct.
And Markram, in fact, we haven't talked about the fielding, but India were nowhere in competition in the field as well. There were catches being dropped in the slip cordon, but look at that final catch that summed up the series.
Oh, and I think
KL Rahul dropped Markram.
I am not sure if anybody in this Indian team would have taken that catch.
Oh,
perhaps. Just
that
given
was-
some chance to pick Jadeja.
that was poetic justice at the end. I mean, how do you seal it? You seal it with a remarkable catch. Done, dusted, buried, over. I mean, signature, South Africa. Well done.
Yeah, I mean-
superb. That catch, you need to see that time and again. Wow.
What a catch. I mean,
All
adding to
departments. All that was in fact South Africa. The final stamp was so strong from South Africa that that's them leaving India with a statement that, listen, we battered and bruised you with bat, field, but the bat and ball, but in the field as well, you weren't close.
I mean, look at it.
That's the final statement there. From
KL Rahul.
Because at the end of the day, they were the ones who taught the world how to field, right?
Yeah, they did. Jonty Rhodes. And I mean, KL Rahul dropped Markram on 4. They stitched a 50+ run partnership. They were never in the game. Now you seal it with a catch. Sai Srivatsan is saying, the more insult for me is not the grovel statement. Just imagining that how confident they were and sure that they can dismiss India in 3.5 sessions. This is insulting to the core more than that as an Indian fan. Indeed.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
Imagine what days you are having to witness, where forget about losing at home, the other teams are also coming and showing you your place.
Exactly.
That's where you've reached.
Divakar is saying, thank you to Indian team for surrendering so early. Now I can go to bed and get some sleep.
Because Divakar joins us from US.
Yeah. Exactly. We are at least 20x bigger than SA and have better cricket talent pool, and yet we are not able to pick our best 11.
Yeah, it's not about being big, but I agree with the second point. It's about having a much better structure in place, much bigger talent pool in place. Everything is, great. You are the power center, and yet this is where you are.
Batman, stop overrating ourselves and give credit to others. We have given credit to South Africa for their fielding, for their batting and for their bowling. They outbatted and outbowled you. India's batters didn't cross even 250 once in the whole series. You had 2 innings on a placid Barsapara wicket. You combine total is 341.
As if you played on 2 different pitches. Both
Exactly.
teams.
Exactly. Divyash is in a nutshell, we'll think white and play red. Yeah, that reflects in your team selection as well. Gaurav Kandoi is saying, GG in PC that this team did well in England, but as per his own logic, we didn't win, so what to celebrate? He said same team in CT, no VK, RS Iyer and merging white ball and red ball, most illogical person. As I said, those 2 statements that he made, rare. It looked like a cop-out from...
Yeah, your choice of words have to be very, very, very smart, because words can be used as seeds, words can be used as bullets as well. Gautam Gambhir today, normally he's a man with good choice of words, but today he got it horribly wrong.
Yes. Daniel is like saying, Rohit, Kohli, Bumrah, Shami, Hardik, Pant, 6 match winners have been constantly nudged by Ajit Agarkar and Gautam Gambhir. I have a song for this dressing room. Ghuta hai dum dum.
Which?
That's a song.
Bollywood expert.
He's
They want us to put a music to it.
Yeah.
We'll get a copyright
strike.
What did Shivam say yesterday? Toota hai ghar ka ghamand.
Toota hai ghar ka ghamand. Yes.
True.
Mayank Agarwal, the man we were discussing a short while back, scored Daddy 100 against New Zealand on turning track in Mumbai in November 2021. Played well in South Africa. Why is suddenly out of it?
He did
because
have
he didn't have a
form.
great
BGT.
great run.
He had a bad BGT.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a dip in form.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dhanush is saying, okay. Oh, lots today.
Yeah.
Up.
Those are all questions that you have to answer, Paddy. And these are just the super chats.
Yes.
We have to get into...
Shreyas Iyer won the wrong IPL final. As Indian cricket wouldn't have faced embarrassment losing 2 home series whitewash and 11 people would be alive. Oh damn. Anush, that is really, really bad.
Anush is below the belt.
Below the belt. Damn it.
Below the belt.
No, that is wrong.
The
Anush.
biggest problem is
Sai Srivastava.
Yeah.
Sai Srivastava says they don't have clarity on anything, what pitches, what template to follow, whom to select, what batting positions to play them, will need a strong captain, not saying Gill to be removed, to start taking these decisions and not anyone else.
I think that's a valid point, by the way, that Sai makes. That, the captain will have to exert his authority. Will have to. You have to set certain things right. I think Gill is an old school conventional test cricketer. I can see that in him. I know he values test match cricket. The way he bats, the way he captains, you'll have to take some tough calls. BCCI will have to. And I go back to that same thing. You took some tough calls on our players after BGT. You forced them, they have to play domestic cricket. And not wrong. All wives and families cannot travel on tour. This will not happen. All those things were put in place after that. I think after this also you have to have a review meeting and ask the tough questions to whoever you think is responsible for this loss. All stakeholders, the captain, coach, the support staff, everyone needs to be questioned.
Everybody has to. Gaurav Kando is saying, coach say team in transition. Here are numbers. SA 322 match, India 389 match.
There you go.
More than 25 matches, India 6, SA 4. I guess this is first time transition happening.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When that's why I thought Gautam missed his playing level.
Yeah. No, it's a false narrative. If it's out there that the team is in transition or it's a young team, it's false.
No, it's false.
And if you remember the last transition that happened,
2012?
After that India didn't lose at home. That transition happened, you went 10 years undefeated. Yeah. So that not all, firstly, to assume transitions have to be this bad is also a folly on our part, no? To believe in that.
I like the next one. I want superstar culture. Superstars are match winners. Non-superstars are mediocres who are subservient to coach and selector. Gambhir can wait, but AA leave.
Ajit Agarkar.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Doggy Daniel.
Why so much hate on
He's being
Ajit?
sarcastic.
Yeah. Naveen Narayan, if Gautam has some honor left, he should resign by himself immediately rather than hiding behind BCCI or making illogical comment on Rocco. India would have been bundled out for under 50 if this was a rank turner. Yeah, true that. I mean, on a rank turner, you didn't chase 124.
Yeah, on a seaming track, you'll be all out for 46. Spinning track, under 50, not done.
Yeah. Divij Sangram Joshi is like saying, Virat not play 2027 World Cup. It's India's loss, same as tests. He doesn't want him to play the 2027 World Cup.
Who's saying that?
Divij Sangram Joshi. He believes Virat shouldn't play for India in the 2027 World Cup. So that you are made to feel aware, like a test loss. India should be made to feel aware.
That you suffer in ODIs as well. So that you know the value of a Virat Kohli. I'm sorry, yaar, we know the value of Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
And we need him in Test cricket.
Yeah. Na from the US.
Yeah, and in ODI, sorry.
Na from the US sends us a lot of love. Yeah. Jasbir Singh, after PC, it's clear. Gambhir is part-time coach. He said it's up to BCCI to decide, but I have won this, this and this. I think it was desperation that I think he wants to hang in, but he also knows the writing is on the wall. That's true. Na 0916 from the US again says, for over 100 years, test cricket has not changed. It is ultimate test of skill and character. Only Baz and Gambhir are delusional to think they can change the template. Exactly. This is where I have a huge problem. Two sides of the same coin. Brendan McCullum and Gautam Gambhir at this point. Pawan Holla, GG calling it a very new team compared to New Zealand series loss which had seniors. I mean, come on. You won a series in Aus with C team. No excuses should be there. He's talking about the 2020 BGT that we won there. 2020, 2021. Chandler for being US from the US is saying, do you think, now this is a comment that is going very viral, what Virat had said. Do you think India should limit test cricket to only 5 stadiums in India and use the rest for white ball cricket? Sena teams does it, why not us? But we all know the politics, we know the system of the BCCI, how it is.
Yeah, there's so much
India afford fighters.
There's so much of commerce involved here. I mean, where money will be involved, I mean, all those decisions will be primarily taken.
But I'm saying, imagine this is like the biggest draw in Test match cricket. I think India, South Africa could have had, if not 5, 3, 4 Test matches. Yeah? Should have had. Right now, I think the biggest series will be the most fun to watch. If you really want Test cricket to survive, Australia South Africa series right about now. Fantastic time to have one.
March 2026, they'll be playing. Australia in South Africa.
Yeah, but I'm saying now.
Now will be awesome.
Those
There would be
Boxing Day Test matches should have been there.
When is Ashes next test? Where's that?
When is next Test starting? They have a gap.
December 4th, Brisbane.
4th. Oh.
Ping ball test match.
Correct. They had a chance, England had a chance to play a practice match, ping ball match. They've turned that down.
Manuka over 2-day match.
Play match straight.
What is it?
No practice match.
Fishing?
Fishing, yeah.
Mark Wood wanted to drive from Perth to Brisbane.
Yeah, I saw that.
He wanted to drive.
It'll take 3 days or something.
48 hours.
2 days,
Drive
but
time.
that's drive time.
Yeah,
You'll
drive
stop
time.
in the middle.
Of course.
But I know who is that? Sean Tate. I was talking to him casually. We were working, and I was talking to him. He's done that. He's driven
West to East.
Perth to. Yeah.
You can do that too on a bike.
I can, of course I can. But he says like there, but you can. It's like you go for hundreds and hundreds of kilometers and nothing, and then after Sumnidhi you might get a village that might just have like 3 houses.
Also, please
And a
tell the
petrol
viewers here that when you ride a bike, you must always wear a helmet.
I have told this 100 times. We have a kind of a unwritten law in our circle of friends. Like supposing if you want to come, you come, and if you're not wearing protective gear, we don't ride with you.
Yeah.
So you have to have a helmet, you have to have a proper gear, your gloves, everything is needed. People think it's for fun, no, but if you, God forbid, have that fall, you can, I have seen somebody have a fall and he was wearing protective shoes. No, he was not wearing protective shoes that time, he was driving a casual, where that one entire bit of the flesh goes, you can see the bone inside. Because the friction can take, supposing you fall, have a bad fall and friction, and let's say your arm rubs along the road, can wipe off the entire flesh. So which is why you need a protective jacket, protective gloves.
It's a stress buster for you, no?
It is meditation. It's factually meditation. What is meditation? You know, I don't know if you meditate, but people, it's like
For me, my music and my riyaz is my meditation.
So they say meditation is anything where you don't lose focus of what you're doing, right?
You're at peace with yourself, right?
No, meditation is, what they say is you focus on a central point.
Yeah.
So that's why they say breathing. Because then you're only thinking breathing, you don't allow any other thought to come in. You're not thinking, oh, what am I eating? Am I hungry? What must be happening in office? This happens, our mind wanders. So they say if you can get your mind not to wander for like 5 minutes, that is meditation. It just changes you, and it's very tough to do if you try and do it. But that's what happens in motorcycling, and it happens by default. Because if you're at a high speed, you are so careful about your life that you will automatically concentrate.
Exactly. Naman Kanpal is saying, let's be honest, gents, transition has been completed and we have created a royal mess of it. Now, transitioning it back would be even longer as we don't have a charismatic skipper, skilled player, and poor selection. +1, +1, +1 to each.
Not to the charismatic skipper per se. Again,
Too early.
Still young days for Shubman Gill, the captain, so no comments on him, at least from my end. Yeah.
But yeah, poor selection, skilled players. Now, where will he get that we don't know. Jasbir Singh 89 is saying, Nikhil, I get that Rohit was out of form and Virat wasn't in great form in tests. But then how were India still winning under Shastri and Dravid? Simple. They had some player who would step up, like an Akshar Patel or like a Ashwin or like a Jaddu. They would step up at crucial times. But no, it's not happening. Nobody's stepping up at this point. Ashish Dhar is saying, last night saw highlights of 23 World Cup final. Felt head was lucky with 3 to 4 close shaves. Ball almost kissed off. So moral of the story, destiny also counts. Indeed. It was destiny on June 29, 2024, my friend. It was destiny also on March 9th, 2025. You did win an ICC event. You're now winning ICC events. You're not lost since that day. Naveen Narayan is saying, India at home used to be a challenge. Now even Google Map label it as easy route. No traffic, no resistance, a travel package, flight, hotel and a series win.
And also what Google will tell you, harder you work, luckier you get.
Yes, indeed. Veshak CV is saying from the UK, South Africa skipped their best 11 versus Pakistan. India players tied up in T20s. Seems sponsors still control Indian cricket, yet India, Pakistan end up in same group again. Nothing more to add. Really nothing more to add at this point.
No, we've done a video on that. Please do check that out about India and Pakistan in the same group.
Yeah. Rafael Gautam was saying, why is it tough for a player to adapt in white ball and red ball? How AB scored 43 of 297 was India to save a test and 358 runs in 5-match ODI series.
No, that's not the only example. Rohit Sharma has done it. Yeah. He can bat in a different gear in white ball cricket, different gear as he's shown you in tough conditions. Virat Kohli on a lot of occasions has done it. Sachin Tendulkar used to do it. All good batters do find different gears. I agree it's getting tougher with how T20 cricket is going now, because there was still a bit of a balance there between ODI and how ODIs used to be played in Test cricket. Now it's changing a lot. But then again, that's where you need to, I'm not saying every player will be able to do that. Every white ball player who's successful in white ball cricket will be good in red ball. Not every red ball player will be good in white ball. There are only very few players, and that's what makes them special, who can do it. Just concentrate on those players. That's what you're supposed to do. But also allow them that luxury of time to prepare for those series. And that's why I say these are controllables that you had in your hand. You were fussed about a bilateral series happening in Australia. I'm just look at it differently. Had it been Australia, they would have, you know how they release players? Yes. Ashes is coming, they release Hazelwood, na? They release ahead. They know what you have to focus on.
Correct.
Only one India released is Kuldeep Yadav, who doesn't need practice also. Man of the series.
And Mohammad Siraj. Yeah.
No, Siraj was not part of your T20 setup.
Yeah, but then he had bowled so much, why was the need for him to play?
But you not released him.
Yeah, you haven't released.
Only released Kuldeep Yadav. T20, only he was there, you released him.
Savjot Singh from Canada saying, GG getting England series drawn is biggest achievement. India won without coach in 2007. Mentoring in white ball and coaching in tests is different. Then it adds to the point that you have to have separate coaches then for different formats. It only gives validity to that point. Bhargav 7028 is saying history will be kinder to the failed captain. I don't know. I don't think nobody is kinder to anybody at this point in time.
You don't need to be kind.
Which captain is he talking about?
Do I need a PhD, Siddharth, for this as well?
No.
Which captain is he
Which
talking
captain?
I don't need a PhD, I think.
Which captain? Is it Rohit? Is it Virat? Is it Rahul? Is it MS? Which captain?
Is it
Saurav? But Saurav was not a failed captain as such. But okay.
But none of them, I mean, I don't think anyone considered Virat as a failed captain. I don't think anyone considered Rohit as a failed captain.
No one. Chili Paneer, I'm afraid Mr. Gambhir is not getting the point. Is he for real talking about Asia Cup and CT win? Everyone else is to blame but himself?
No, but he did say, I think.
The blame goes to everybody.
Yeah, we got to pull things up.
No, he did.
Yeah.
Yes. Ashish Dar, Shami to Gigi, मुझ में क्या कमी? Lords में 50 मारा.
That is true. I wish that they could see it that way.
Gaurav Jain, many not agree, but SA cricket revived because of SA 20. Slightly debatable. You left out key players for a New Zealand Test series and you played the SA 20.
No, I mean, SA T20 may do other things to them. Maybe in white ball cricket it may have played a role. But I think South Africa is getting many things right for them to have seen this revival. In fact, I interviewed John T. Rod the other day and he said, why just cricket? Rugby is also killing it. South Africa is going through a resurgence in sport.
Correct.
2 World Cups they've won.
Two consecutive World Cups
they've won in
19
in
and 23. Yeah.
They've pushed the All Blacks, the GOAT of rugby, behind. Springboks are.
Springboks, huh?
The Springboks now are 4-time Rugby World Cup winners, and the amazing stat is they have never lost a final. Whenever they come to the final, they won.
I don't, for one matter, doubt their dominance in rugby. If you've been to South Africa, have you guys?
No.
Guys, they are huge. The white guys in South Africa are massive. I met like some of them, like you shake their hands, like huge guys. Huge guys.
Just check out one
Massive.
player Handré Pollard from South Africa. He's massive. Size and weight.
All of them. Big guys. They're all mostly farmers. And mostly the white guys are big. Like New Zealand's big guys are all their indigenous Maori people.
Yeah. Correct.
Like big. And here in South Africa, you get these. Yes. A lot of them are Dutch descent. Big, tall guys and massive in size.
Yep.
Huge arms and
huge.
So I mean, I'm not going in a tackle with any one of them for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
They're the greatest sporting nation now, as far as rugby is concerned. Siva Subramaniam is saying, funny coincidence. Last time India lost Test series in 2012, Gautam Gambhir is in the team. Then he was kicked out. India had home dominance for 12 years. He came back and ended it.
It's a meme as well.
It's doing round in social media, but that's being a bit mean. Yeah. Let's be objective. We're not here to vilify anybody. We're not here to really take pot shots at anyone. I think we got to be objective and talk about and as I said, if Gautam Gambhir ever watches this, he will relate to it, because at the end of it, our interest is Indian cricket. Yes. Individuals don't matter, sir.
Rookie Techie is like saying, even if Ambani goes to Ferrari store with 1,000 rupees, I mean, Ambani is India and 1,000 rupees is selection pocket. He won't get Ferrari for 1,000 rupees unless store owner gifts it. He's trying to make selection in India.
Basically what he's saying, you can't become a Ferrari with 1,000 rupees.
Yes.
So with that squad, you can't win.
Correct.
Exactly what we've been saying.
Mayur
But he can go with 1,000 in his pocket and take a checkbook.
You can.
That's the reason we always ask you to come and watch our show.
He may have the character to buy.
Of course, he'll have the character.
When did we start the show? What time do we start?
How long have we gone? We can tell you. That's okay.
2 hours.
2 hours we've been live.
2 hours?
Yeah.
At it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 1 hour.
There are some 1,600 people, concurrent live viewers you have who are watching you. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
More?
Of course.
No, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
2 hours?
Yeah.
I nearly did a concert.
I would have asked you to think of a song. Okay.
I'll sing one of my very own, so there'll be no copyright issues.
For the team.
Couplet.
Yes.
A couplet.
For the Indian team, can I sing a filmy song?
No. You had copyright now.
No, it won't be. For the Mukhra, it won't be.
No, it can be. Can be.
I'll sing one of my very own. Okay. उठ चल बंदे यारे उठ चल बंदे यारे उठ चल बंदे यारे उठ चल बंदे यारे पुकारे जीत की सरगम रे बैठ चुका अब दौड़ के दिखा रे उठ चल बंदे यारे उठ चल बंदे यारे उठ चल बंदे यारे no copyright issue. Written, composed and sung by Padanji Charawat.
Acha, I will give you another exercise. If you had to, like, the match is the last wicket. You're on commentary. You have to give the full context of India losing this match and you've lost a series and every grovel has. So you have the mic and the last wicket falls. You want 10 seconds? We'll take another question. You can think of something.
No. You want that in Hindi or English?
English. We're on in sports today. So you're on English commentary, as Paddy is often doing India matches. So the last wicket was whose wicket?
Siraj.
You want to watch and then no. He knows.
No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
He'll play out the live moment for you and
play out the live moment.
Yeah, exactly. So that becomes simulation in a way.
Okay, we'll get
the ball goes up in the air.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Then you have to sum up.
Yeah.
Maybe about 1 minute or something.
I'll sum it up for 30 seconds.
No, 1 minute.
Because
you'll have to sum up the series and
bring it on.
Everything. You'll have to sum up the entire thing. So Paddy has the mic. You did the whole England series, so think it's...
Yeah, that I did in Hindi primarily. So cricket I do in Hindi, pro kabaddi I do in English.
Yes.
Cricket I do, BCCI I do in English also. But international cricket Hindi.
So you do English.
Bas, after this.
Iske baad hi, yes.
Yeah. No, not now. So you have to show...
Show the last one. Bring it down to the
last one after this,
Yeah, it is going to come.
Okay, India now, 9 down, 140 for 9. Siraj will strike.
So he's going to play the shot?
Yeah.
Siraj goes aerial. There's someone out there. Chance, what a catch! And that's a stunner, and that's a beauty, and it's over. agony for India is over. India done, dusted, buried. South Africa have the match. South Africa have the catch. South Africa have the series. India just do not know what has hit them. South Africa have got all the right in the world to yelp, jump, celebrate, and whatever has been said before the series, India has come down on its knees.
Lovely.
Not bad.
Very good, very good. It is exactly like that. And it's on perfect cue as the shots get over your...
It's an art.
You and I know the art of live television. Don't we?
Yes.
Tajurba.
Tajurba. Yes.
Tajurba. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Mayur Kashyap.
Yeah. Now I want Indian team to lose 3 ODIs versus SA and New Zealand, and also the 5 T20Is each versus same opponents. Oops. I challenge this Indian team will lose to Harmanpreet team also. That is, I know we are hurt. I know we are angry, but nahi yaar. White ball mein we are doing well. Why should we put nazar even on our white ball?
What is the worst comment? This one or the global one?
This
one.
This is pushing it.
I know, yaar. Not fair. Absolutely not fair. Tagata Saili is saying, this loss is a stark reminder why ICC needs to favor us during ICC events, be it fixtures, groups or pitches. We cannot win if it's fair and square.
This may sound harsh, but let's be honest.
I know. Where
You've got a few favors. You've got to call them out. The fixtures, there's only one team who knew that they'll be playing their semi-final in Guyana.
Yeah.
You also had the benefit, although the context was different, but you knew you were playing all your matches in Dubai.
Although in the CT, you would have played only in one venue anyways.
Also because you knew, what did Rohit Sharma say? We're taking 6 spinners because we know at some point we'll be needing at least 4.
Although in the CT, even if you are playing in Pakistan, you're playing in one venue only.
Rawalpindi, it would have
Lahore, it would have been Lahore. Yeah. So there I somehow find that the schedule argument, everything is a bit off. So, but yes, for the World T20,
World spinners. No other team named so many spinners.
Rules have been changed within the course of the tournament. Asia Cup rules were changed.
That is true.
Oh, true that.
How do you? That was also televised.
Yes, that was televised. I know. Rakesh Bhushan, dear Nikhil, whether Indian cricket has hit a nadir or something else under GG.
I hope not, for our sake, for your sake, for all of our sake. I hope this is the nadir only. We don't have to see anything worse than this.
2026 in tests?
No. I
don't know.
Not. But as I said, there must be a review. The risk of repeating myself, there must be a review. You need to sort this out. You can't let it just be swept under the carpet. You can't allow your test cricket to look the way it is looking. And it's not looking good. It's ugly.
Yep. RE1468 is saying, matrix spill, ICC trophies or test dominance. Rohit as captain and coach. ICC trophy followed by home test loss followed by ICC trophy. T20 World Cup loading.
Okay, if you look at it, if that's a very positive outlook.
Would you take that?
No, at the cost, no. This question was asked yesterday. At the cost of losing 2 home series and a T20 World Cup, I won't take it. You've won T20 World Cups before. This is something that's never happened.
Yeah. 2 whitewashes in 2 years.
It dents the pride. Simple as that. Not taking it.
Suhas Jayaprakash sending a lot of love to us.
Yeah, lots and lots of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Priyanshu. Transition excuses rubbish. In 2015, Virat's first home series as captain, SA had Amla, Elgar, ABD, Faf, Tahir, Stein, Philander, Harmer. They couldn't win a single test in 4 matches. GG era is exposed today.
Yeah.
True that.
True. Let's take few comments before we wind up. Aditya Kavlekar says, when Indian batters bat, it looks like a rank turner. When India bowls, it looks like a fat track. I know, Aditya, yesterday, check out our live. We got to the bottom of that mystery very well. M Zone says, Abhimanyu Ishwaran at 3, Ruturaj to open. We need test specialists. Maybe not in this thing, but yeah, I agree.
But Ruturaj isn't a test specialist. He's a white ball specialist when you look at. He's
gotten runs in first class cricket. At least he has many years of first class cricket to back that. Nah? He's not coming in because of IPL.
Correct.
But he's injured at the moment, just to let you know. I think they're looking at Prithvi Shaw to captain Maharashtra.
Correct. Don't we have Suhas Jayaprakash? Don't we have captains like Ganguly who will run the game and decisions, unlike the current team who's overpowered by the management?
I agree. You would need it. Cricket has also gone through a bit of a change in the last few years. White ball cricket all the more so, but Test match cricket has also gone through a change. You will need the captain to, step up.
Correct.
Aditya is saying for a second I thought Shane had changed his hairstyle. Shane is the fourth guy always.
Devayan Majumdar is saying India should stop pitching the two-tier WTC cycle as we'll be the first team to qualify in plate group and baseball will be the second team to join us. England, however, draws series in home.
That is true. That is true. Maybe that's why that series was exciting to all.
Now if you take test cricket in that direction of tier system and all, India will find itself in second tier.
Yeah. You got illustrious company though.
When this thought was floated,
I think you were fourth, you'll fall to
fifth.
You'll fall to fifth now.
Yeah. Now Pakistan, South Africa, Australia with a 100% record.
Now Pakistanis are having fun at our expense. Basit Ali has said in one of his things, somebody sent me a clip, that Pakistan is a better test team than India.
Oh, come on.
On current performance, yes.
They got whitewashed 3-0 by England on roads.
But against this team, they drew 1-1.
They drew 1-1.
They drew 1-1.
Yeah, against South Africa.
But India whitewashed West Indies 2-0. They lost after 34 years to them. So,
again, we are clutching at straws.
I know.
Whichever way you look at it. It's
Exactly.
still not an ideal situation. You're comparing yourself.
What's for
Who's
lunch?
Better.
Exactly.
What would you like? There's everything available.
Anything Indian.
You like South Indian?
Indian.
You like Thali?
Thali would do.
Thali will be there. I will let you know what is there.
Yeah.
For there, we can get you Mumbai sort of thing as well, like misal pav or
Daveli.
vada pav.
No, Thali would do. Dal roti.
Dal roti is there, 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Prantik Mitra. Travis Head Perth knock was the best innings from recent times, also one of the best attacking knocks of all time. Yeah.
That was a
Freak knock.
hammer blow.
Freak knock indeed it was. So Abhishek was like saying, I believe the lack of skill argument compared to Harmer is adequately negated by Jadeja gleefully looping square a few in the middle while darting all of the four. Why didn't he do it more? I don't know. I think somewhere in the mind you had lost it when you had such a big lead. And then you are only playing catch up. Your mental framework doesn't work at that point in time. So any other comments, Pawan? Nope, that's about it. So
You have appetite.
after a 2-0 whitewash, what appetite?
Appetite for lunch.
Yeah.
I have appetite for lunch now.
Same. Same.
Nixie boy, want to sign off?
Yeah,
Do
okay. We'll take your leave. We would have loved to have carried on, but we'll take your leave. But don't worry, we're going to be live again at 7 p.m. Again, we'll review the game. We'll do a dugout today because I've got a request from one of the guests who wants to join us.
Yeah.
Any guesses?
No, I told you. I was expecting it to be
When are you going to
yesterday.
do? I said, we're live now. He
I
says,
was
no, I'm going to be there in the evening.
Who's?
He'll tell.
Rajdeep.
Wants to come
I
to
knew
7
this was coming. In fact, I was expecting
So
him
he
to be
said,
here
what
yesterday.
time are you live on sports today? I have to come.
Yes.
So I have said at 7 o'clock. So he'll be here. He also has a lot of things to say. So we'll be live at 7 p.m. Rajdeep will also be joining us. For the moment, we're going to take your leave.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Nandri. Vanakkam.
We'll be back very soon for more.
Shubhratri will wish you
After
in evening
the
show.
dugout. Yes.
Evening show will wish you
अभी तो शुभ
Shubhratri.
दोपहर है चलो.
Yeah. for
7
now-
p.m. See you 7 p.m. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye.